most heart-pounding season of Halloween Wars All-Stars starts right now. This season on Halloween Wars, we take scary to a whole other level as we celebrate the beasts, the baddies, the monsters. And for the first time ever, each team will be captained by one of our very own All-Stars. 8 former champions looking to stake their claim in the Halloween Wars Hall of Fame.
I'm an all-star, you know?
You have to bring it every single challenge.
The displays get bigger.
No, no, no.
And the monsters become even more terrifying.
She's creepy AF.
Brace yourselves for a monstrously good time. Why? Welcome to Halloween Wars. We did something we've never done before on Halloween Wars. We brought back 8 former champions. They will serve as captains for all new teams. But even a former champion is gonna tremble before our judges. Award-winning cake artist and decor guru, Shinmin Lee, and master chef and author, Artie Sequeira.
Hi, everybody.
This year, we're gonna push you to your limits until a single team stands alone to claim the Halloween Wars title and $25,000. Teams Creepin' It Real, Death by Deco, Shriek Squad, and Killer Instincts. You're up first. The rest of you, we'll see you next time.
Bye, guys.
Later.
See you next week.
This first challenge is a timeless terror for the ages. We want you to take an iconic Halloween monster and make them feel right at home as they roam the streets of a particular historical period. Death by Deco, you get ancient Egypt. Shriek Squad, the medieval age.
Ooh, that's a good
Creepin' It Real, the Victorian era. And Killer Instincts, the Old West.
Oh, yeah.
Each display must have 2 distinct, fully realized characters. For your tasting element, you'll be reimagining a classic dessert from your assigned time period. Egyptian honey cakes, medieval gingerbread, Victorian trifles, or Western cobbler. I know you must be shaking in your boots with all you've got to do, but we're not monsters here, so we want to give you a hand. Each team will be given 1 baking assistant to help you as you head into the unknown. You've got 7 hours, so go.
Okay, guys.
Uh-oh.
We need 2 characters.
2 full characters.
Okay.
There's pharaohs, there's mummies. The name of our team is Death by Deco. I'm your cake artist, Al DiBartolo, and I won season 6, and I'm back, baby.
Like an archaeologist that's maybe like exploring.
Yes, and he
a tomb.
disrupts something, and the mummy wakes up.
Oh my gosh, I love that.
An archaeologist makes this big discovery, decides to steal from the ancient scarabs, and awakens his tomb of doom.
What about Dr. Jackal, Mr. Hyde? Our team is Creepin' It Real. I am Monique Hawk, and I am a professional pumpkin carver. And I won season 12. Have to make sure that we can really show them that this is Victorian England.
I think we can put together like a nice Victorian fit, lace ruffles around the neck.
Dr. Jackal had completely transformed into Mr. Hyde. Then we're gonna have a policeman seeing Mr. Hyde reacting in terror.
What's scary in medieval times?
Oh, we could do siren.
Like a siren, can we make it like extra scary?
Our team is the Shriek Squad. I'm Christina. I am the pumpkin carver. It sort of feels like I was just here. My team won last season. Isn't there literally a Siren of the Lake story?
Yeah, like King Arthur.
Okay. Sir Edward was sent to slay this dreaded siren that resides on this magical lake.
Mummy.
What about like an ogre?
Ogre's been done, but big for sure. Our team is the Killer Instincts. I am Teresa Chirilla, the sugar artist / pastry chef / MacGyver. I won season 13 with my old teammate, Christina.
The guy with the bull head, Minotaur.
A minotaur.
They have big old horns, right? Why is he in the Old West?
You got a miner, like a gold miner. The miner, in his quest for gold, accidentally awakens the Minotaur from his slumber in the labyrinth.
Let's do it. Woo! I am gonna need a big pumpkin.
I gotta get the pumpkins before these guys. Oh no, Christina's going to the pumpkins. No, Christina, my pumpkins.
Get the good ones. It's got to be big. It's got to be, oh, these are beautiful. Look at that. Ooh, that's a good one.
The question is, do I want this guy to look like Nah, he doesn't go to the gym. So the way I build the mummy is I start squashing some rice cereal treats around his body, and then I just start filling him up with modeling chocolate.
Over at Death by Deco, we have one of the OG season winners. We got Al.
One thing I really love about Al is that he's a very speedy worker. He's also really good about creating emotions in his character.
My artistic approach for just getting expressions, I just kind of feel it. I feel like what it would be looking like, and I just kind of see the story in my head, and I just go with it.
I'm trying to make an arm that's gonna be able to support a lot of weight because I have to hold up Teresa's beautiful axe, and it also has to be big enough to hold this axe. So I'm gonna have to put a bunch of pieces of pumpkin together and hope they work.
Yeah. Mike has the head of the Minotaur to finish.
I'm gonna have these nice big horns just sticking straight up. Okay, we're getting close here. Hope
really
it holds
great.
up.
Wow. Yeah, let's hope. Mike,
Here we go.
The Mike.
So it looks like Mike at Killer Instincts is about to put that Minotaur head on his display.
It's
Very heavy.
Okay,
Oh my gosh.
come on, Mike, you got this, buddy.
It's going on fondant too. Oh, are we good?
Nobody breathes.
So I added butternut squash seeds to give him the fingernails. Makes it a little creepy. I really hope that as a fellow sculptor, I'm able to use that skill set into a different medium to really bring out those details that we need. You know, everything's on the line right now. This is all stars. Like, we're bringing out all the stops. But we're not giving up.
There we go. It's not gonna be beautiful like that. I have to figure out a better way to get this out of there. No. These are not coming out. Not good. It's not coming out of there. You guys, my cobbler's not coming out of here.
It looks like we have some trouble in paradise over with Teresa and the Killer Instincts.
Oh no, every single top that she's releasing from those ring molds is breaking and breaking bad.
Yeah, I'm having a failure of epic proportions.
Maybe Teresa will have a save here. Maybe there's something she can cover it with.
I have a feeling I know what I can do. Okay, I got it. I got this. When I baked my cobbler, I made it thick because it was very juicy. So what I wanted to do is torch this to get it out of here. I'm actually cutting it out of here, and then I'm putting it on a wooden form. Crisis averted. Not really, kind of. I got to do the tasting earlier next time for sure.
This is it. 1 minute left.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Just start putting them everywhere.
Okay.
That looks great.
10, 9, 8,
Go.
7,
Is it gonna fall?
6, 5,
I'm afraid to touch things
4.
today.
3,
Get in there.
2, 1. Time's up.
Okay, all right.
Boom. Yeah.
Killer Instincts. You got the Old West. Tell us what you made.
Our miner, in his quest for gold, awoke the Minotaur in his labyrinth. The miner here is all cake and fondant with hand painting. The gold miner's pan is sugar. The pickaxe is sugar. The Minotaur, it's all pumpkin.
This ding-dang Minotaur is gonna haunt me forever. So much dimension, so creepy and so powerful. I also love the miner. It's almost like he's sliding. He's diving across the sand. Great little details there. I will say, I feel like the donkey needs to be a little bit smaller just to really force that perspective and make it seem like it's in the distance.
I don't agree.
I actually love the painting that you did on the donkey. Such an expression. You brought just a bit of humor in that. Teresa, you are an all-star, and you are back here as a team leader, and I love that you're able to pivot and think on your toes. The fact that you lost your sugar axe and you just used that handle and created a sickle. If you didn't tell me there was an axe, I would think that this is what you went for. This was the goal.
I actually liked it.
I love it, Teresa.
Killer Instincts. What are we eating today?
We have a berry cobbler. You have a sweet sablé crust, mixed berries, a little bit of nutmeg sugar on top.
I would fight off a Minotaur for this.
This is a cobbler and a half. It's so good. It's just perfectly sweet. I can taste all the berries. this is just the perfect bite.
We were concerned when you were trying to take the tarts out that they were crumbling, and we wondered if it was overbaked. It is absolutely 100% not those things. The pastry is still buttery and flaky. That just takes it to the next level.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Shriek Squad, tell us about your medieval monster.
Our medieval knight was sent by the kingdom to slay the dreaded siren who resides deep in the enchanted forest. Unfortunately, like many others before him, he fell victim to her seduction. She is currently unhinging her jaw to consume him for her next feast. We have sugar mushrooms. The sword is made out of sugar. Jamie, she made the upper body of the siren, the main body of the knight, as well as the cake stone. The head of the knight is pumpkin, and the tail of the siren is pumpkin.
There's so much to see. One of the most impressive things to me about your design is that I don't know what's what. You guys have managed to sort of mind meld and medium meld simultaneously. One of my favorite parts here is the expression on the knight's face. He's so scared that he's pushing his chin all the way back. There's so much emotion in just that tiny little choice that you made. I really love the texture in the trousers, if that's what they called them back then, and the mushrooms are darling.
You are so controlled in your color palette. We have dark colors exactly where we need shadowing. We have light colors exactly where we need the pop. I'm completely lost in it. And it's because there are so many layers upon layers of rich details to look at. I'm completely mesmerized, and it's difficult to look away. The melding of your mediums. Christina, your pumpkin work is out of this world. If you paid me, I don't think I would be able to make out where the pumpkin is. So great job there. I think the only thing I have to pick on, because this is so perfect, my eyes do go to like the one area where it's not as defined as the rest, and that's his hand in the very front and center. Everything else is so defined, but that hand, I don't make out any fingers.
What are we eating today?
Our flavor was gingerbread. So I took it and made a gingerbread pecan tart. It's a plum compo in the bottom, a gingerbread frangipane, and then a pan-roasted plum on top.
It doesn't even look like something we're supposed to eat.
And then we finished it with a meringue mushroom.
Oh my God.
Oh, there's something sort of intoxicating and alluring about frangipane. And I love that you paired it with that little slice of plum. The pastry is delightful. It's just a really great bite.
I love the textures in this bite. I love the nuttiness in the frangipane, but also that grittiness of your tart. It's reading just a little sweet, especially paired with the meringue. So I think that little slice of plum is absolutely necessary because it just brightens it up and it adds that tart while we're experiencing all the sweetness.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Love you guys.
We got ancient Egypt, and the story is called The Tomb of Doom. Art, the archaeologist, is wanting to impress his peers by being the first to make a great discovery. Well, unfortunately, greed set in. So now Art's first discovery is his last. He's awakened the mummy. We have a rice cereal treat and cake mummy covered in modeling chocolate and fondant, along with Art pumpkin smothered in buttercream.
Becky, this is when you're really shining. I cannot tell that that's buttercream. It just has such a polished finish. I also love the composition. Your two characters are totally interacting. The dynamic movements in their body structure is just so super believable. Matt, I know there's a lot of pumpkin work here. The only problem is I don't really see it. You actually have the top of the coffin in pumpkin, but it's completely smothered in buttercream. So is it even worth it or necessary to create that out of pumpkin?
It was very humbling for me. You know, I feel like I'm responsible for these two people. They're really looking up to me, and I just don't want to disappoint them.
I know that you also sculpted the head of this character, and that's modeling chocolate. So I know you can sculpt because that is an amazing, expressive face. I would love to see you do something like that in pumpkin.
Yeah, this is a moment frozen in time. I love the expressions on both of these characters' faces. I love that this guy's like, ah, and his teeth are kind of falling out. It's really impactful. It doesn't feel like it's missing anything. Except for more pumpkin.
More pumpkin.
Now we want to try your take on a honey cake.
So what we made for you today is a traditional Egyptian honey cake with a chocolate and light habanero to complement it. And it's actually some of the ruins that are on the piece.
There is such a beautiful, warm honey flavor running all the way through this cake. It's very, very tender, and the little bit of chocolate there is like a really nice counterpart to the warmth of the cake itself.
Thank you. I love that it's super moist in the center, and the honey is loud and clear. I'm just missing that habanero. I could definitely take a little bit more of a kick to that.
Death by Deco. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Great job.
You guys think? To honor our iconic Halloween character in Victorian England, our scene is called Mr. Hide and Seek. Our Dr. Jekyll had a couple too many potions and transformed into the murderous Mr. Hyde. Our Bobby here came across this monster after he found the horrific scene in the cellar. We have a pumpkin Mr. Hyde head with a sugar and cake body. We have a cake and sugar Bobby policeman. We have a cobblestone with pumpkin and potato, and our special potion beaker tasting element.
Super creepy. The Bobby, the constable, his face has so much detail. One of my favorite parts of that pumpkin head, Monique, is how deep you carved into his mouth. And there's something about that that really gives it such dimension.
I love that you use noodles for the hair. Very fast way to convey hair without having to spend a lot of time on each individual strand. And the fact that the clothing is so tattered, this monster looks like it's transforming and morphing in front of our eyes. Everything is so atmospheric about this piece that then you have the sort of cobblestone pumpkin and potato looking very kind of raw and unfinished. So that's the only thing to me that's kind of contrasting to this really soothing color palette.
Okay, let's taste that trifle.
So for our reimagined trifle, we have a monochromatic red velvet ladyfinger, brushed with a little bit of Earl Grey simple syrup, an Earl Grey pastry cream, a raspberry gelée, some toasted pistachios, topped with a little bit of passion fruit foam.
Whoa, mine's alive.
There are lots of strong flavors here. Individually, I can taste the pistachio. I can taste the passion fruit foam, taste the Earl Grey. I taste the raspberry as well. When you put them all together like this, it's like a giant family and they all want to go in different directions and they can't agree. And because of that, it leaves a slight bitter taste in my mouth, literally, and I'm not sure where that's coming from. Together, they just don't really blend that well.
I took one bite, there was a clash.
Okay.
One of them needs to take a back seat.
Thank you, Creeping It Real.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
We knew that bringing back former champions to lead their own teams would produce scary good results. Each of you created your own unique, grotesque vision of a timeless Halloween terror. But one team combined the techniques, flavors, and overall presentation to take their monsters to another level. The winner tonight is Shriek Squad. Congratulations. Now, the bottom two, Death by Deco and Creeping It Real.
Death by Deco. We loved the characters you created, and we're so impressed by the buttercream sarcophagus. But Matt, where was the pumpkin?
Creeping It Real, your Mr. Hyde terrorized us with its expressive face. Unfortunately, the flavors of your trifle clashed like your monster's two personalities.
With competition this tight, every detail counts. The team going home tonight is Creeping It Real. You are so talented. We are sorry to see you go.
Thank you. I feel as a captain that I have let my team down.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bone Battalion, Two Ghouls and a Butcher, Delectable Demons, and Scream of the Crop. In your first challenge, We want you to capture the moment of mayhem where a mild-mannered mortal turns into the wildest, most unique monster you can imagine at the absolute worst possible time.
Oh, great.
Each display must have at least 2 distinct, fully realized characters. And to represent that devious duality in a tasting element, you've been randomly assigned 2 opposing flavors you must successfully combine into a singular sweet treat. Scream of the crop, you get miso and maple. Bone Battalion, cheese and honey.
Oh.
2 ghouls and a butcher, chocolate and onion.
What? That's mean, Jonathan.
That's very mean.
Oh my gosh.
And delectable demons, peaches and sage. That is a lot to handle. But don't panic. Each team will be given 1 baking assistant to help you keep your heads. You've got 7 hours. Go.
All right, let's do this, guys.
What if we went with a baby?
What is like the most opportune moment would be something like in the bathroom.
On the toilet?
Our team's the Bone Battalion. So maybe they could be in a bathtub.
I like the idea in the bathtub.
My name is Riva. I'm here to do some sugar work. I won on season 9. There's got to be another element because it needs to be a surprise. So what would be in her bathroom with her?
When I'm in a bathtub, in a shower, my pet is always accompanying me.
So we decide on a bewitched bathtub with a lady transforming into a sea creature. This happens because she got a mysterious bottle of bubble bath that she decided to use on Halloween night.
You think of a vampire, like someone getting bit by a vampire?
This is bigger. We got to do something different, something that's never been done.
Our team is Delectable Demons. My name is Bria Lowe. I'm doing your sugar. I won season 4.
Maybe somebody turns into something like a scientist or something like,
I love science.
So our story is a mad scientist's lab is infested with a bunch of beetles. He would love to make a chemical that would take care of his problem, but instead it explodes and turns his assistant into one of the infestations.
Okay, so there's an Irish monster called a knuckleby.
What's that?
It's a centaur where the rider is coming out of the center of the spine of the horse.
Oh, that's
And it's
cool.
skinless. The name of our team is Scream of the Crop. My name is Kyle Miller. I'm a cake artist. I won season 4 with Bria. Our display was a clown that didn't like his life, so he opened a Necronomicon, summoned a portal that transformed his best friend, a cowboy, into a knuckleby while he's at the rodeo.
Werewolf, that's classic.
That is the
You
beast
can never go wrong with
Still a werewolf.
He has to be mid-transformation, so that's
Oh,
something we
mid,
need
so it has to be half human. Okay.
Our team's name is 2 Ghouls and a Butcher. My name is Shalane. I'm the cake artist. I won season 11. Our piece is a teen werewolf who goes out with his friends to record some content. The moon comes up and he starts contorting. His bones are breaking. His friend is like, I'm not sure what's happening, but I feel like I need to run away. I layered the cake with some chocolate ganache. After that, I want our character to have pretty fashionable clothes.
We've got 2 ghouls and a butcher, and I love Shalane, who is back as their returning all-star.
Yeah, I think the reason why Shalane was always the secret weapon in her previous team is because she's so quiet.
Yeah.
But she is one of the best sculptors I've seen in a long time.
And one of the reasons I think that her creations are always so great is because they're pretty realistic. She knows anatomy down to the nerve ending.
Probably shouldn't go for realism on a time competition. There's just so many details. Like this honestly could take a week to get down exactly how I would want it. Like, am I insane?
You're insane for coming back. I can't believe you want to do this again.
I guess I like to torture myself.
I'm frantically rushing to create chocolate shells for Daphne's tasting element. She's thinking she wants a tasting element to look like bubbles.
Six River has the chocolate bowl ready. I'll start working on the honey mousse.
The honey mousse will then go into the chocolate spheres along with apricot puree. We still have to wait until the cheesecake is done before we can finish off her recipe.
Okay, got it.
I am beginning to sculpt the monster bug lady's body out of rice cereal treat.
It looks like there's a bug that's coming out over this wall of pumpkin, and it's a large character, and it looks super structurally sound.
So I still gotta finish refining the body. I have to sculpt in some details.
Okay, guys, tasting element is done. It's gonna go into the freezer
Awesome.
for a long, long time.
Only 5 hours to go. 5 hours.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
I love
Yeah?
that. Yeah.
Werewolf feet coming right up.
Alan is still working on his werewolf, and it's just taking him a lot longer than what he anticipated. Alan, how you doing over there?
Hey, I think I'm gonna need some help.
Okay.
I don't think I have enough time to carve a body.
I stop what I'm doing because my teammate needs me. I get some modeling chocolate and some fondant, and I just start mashing it onto this werewolf.
Alan didn't think he was going to finish his werewolf, but he caught that pretty early on. He asked for help. He got it from Shalane.
And I also kind of have to give it to Shalane. Like, she set that
Vibe.
That
The kids say the vibe.
Yeah, she set a vibe in
Yeah.
her team. We're all here to pitch in together.
Thank you so much, Elaine.
No problem. Teamwork makes the
That
dream
looks
work.
amazing.
We're a team.
I'm gonna start on the clown. And what I'm doing right now is making sure that I put on a form that will not fall. I start making the rodeo clown out of rice cereal, treats, modeling chocolate, fondant. The way I sculpt into the clown is I add on little pieces at a time, and then I have to blend them in seamlessly so they don't look like they were puzzle pieced together. I'm using gel because this is actually a modeling chocolate, and airbrush colors will not stick on it at all.
Let's go over to Scream of the Crop with Kyle.
What I really like about Kyle is he knows how to handle really big pieces. My problem with Kyle, sometimes he tends to focus on one character, and then he leaves very little time for the second character. Today, we're starting off the bat with 2 characters.
It's a lot. Yeah, that's really
That both have to be amazing.
I'm making a dome-shaped moon, and I'm going to place it over the light. I want the moon to be a 3D shape coming off of the backboard. So I fill the balloon with water and some air. What happens when you fill the balloon with water is that when the ice melt touches the latex, it's able to cool down because that water is circulating inside the balloon. And then I dip the balloon into fresh ice melt a couple times to create a nice thick wall. Making an ice melt piece this size is really risky because it's a lot more fragile and it can easily break. I'm just blending out these craters. Once the ice melt balloon is cooled down, I need to snip it very carefully so that the water will drain slowly into a bowl. I need to be able to keep the water and the ice melt separate because water will disintegrate ice melt.
Whoa.
It's safe.
Good.
I caught it on the back of my arm.
She caught it.
Oh my gosh.
Wow. That would have been a disaster. It's
Yes.
such a beautiful moon.
Who said Halloween wasn't a contact sport, huh? Am I right? Am I right? Yeah? No, I got myself. Cool. Cool.
It's time to hang this moon. Test it.
Yes.
Yes.
Beautiful.
1 minute.
Okay, 1 minute, 1 minute.
I don't feel comfortable putting it on there and it breaks. So I'm gonna place, and then you can smooth out. Oh.
10, 9, 8.
Oh my God. Okay, I'm just
7,
gonna do some
6,
of these cracks.
5,
That
4,
thing is not working.
3, 2, 1. Time's up.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, no, hugs.
Hug.
I love you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for all your hard work.
You guys did great.
Thank
did
you for your hard work.
You did so good.
Two ghouls and a butcher. You're up.
We have our teen werewolf. He goes on a outing with his friends, and they want to create some content. We have a pumpkin werewolf. We have a cake that is our friend, Cake and Modeling Chocolate. We have a chocolate and ice malt ring light, as well as an ice malt moon.
Shalane, this girl is everything I want to be, except for the fact that her best friend is turning into a werewolf. It's just so beautifully sculpted. Your pumpkin work, Alan, I think it needs some lightness on the werewolf side so that we can really see some of it, because it's a little bit dark.
Thank you.
We asked for someone in mid-transformation in an inopportune time. This is literally caught on camera. The composition is great. We have 1, 2, 3. The eyes just really follow this flow of movement. And Emily, I love the fact that you gave us this gorgeous sugar moon there.
Emily, tell us about the tasting element and what ingredients you got.
So we got chocolate and onion. I definitely feel like we got the hardest one here. So this is a caramelized onion and pear bonbon. It is a caramelized onion and pear jam in a white chocolate bonbon, and then it's fried up rice paper with sea salt.
Wow, that's a very interesting bite. It tastes both savory and sweet at the same time. That's a really good balance there. The only thing I would change is I would use a darker, maybe like bittersweet chocolate as opposed to the white chocolate. It doesn't have a very strong chocolate flavor.
I love that you kept some of the texture of the onion in there. That's a very bold choice.
I did not want to shy away from it.
Yeah,
I wanted to own it.
Smart.
This is a very bold, confident, assertive bite.
2 ghouls and a butcher? Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Delectable Demons, tell us about your monster in transition.
Today, they have decided to make a chemical that will get rid of their bug infestation problem in the lab. But the experiment goes wrong. The transformed woman, it's made of rice cereal treat, modeling chocolate, and fondant. You have sugar wings, you have a pumpkin face, and a pumpkin background. He made all the stone brick.
Wow, there's such a sense of movement in your piece. I'm obsessed with this scientist. Eric, you've captured this amazing personality in his face. Shannon, this character in the back, the assistant bug, she's creepy AF. Some of the sugar work is not as successful. Like the wings on the actual assistant herself, they seem really rough.
I can hear it. It is such a vivid depiction of this moment. When it comes to the tasting element, I feel like you guys could have worked it into the scene a little better.
Bria, tell us about the tasting element.
My ingredients for the tasting element was sage and peaches. I made a baklava tart made out of layers of phyllo dough, butter, and sage sugar in between, and a beautiful velvety vanilla pastry cream with roasted peaches atop, a sage fried leaf.
Bria, this is a lovely bite. I really love the tender, toothsome peach with the creaminess of the vanilla pastry cream. I do wish that I had a little bit more sage.
My favorite part is actually the creme pat that you have in here. It's got that perfect, smooth, but still jiggly texture. I agree with Artie. I wish there was a little bit more sage flavor.
Delectable Demons, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Here we have Penelope. What she didn't realize was that the bath bubbles that were given to her by a stranger turned her in to a sea creature. Penelope herself is the cake element with modeling chocolate and rice cereal treats. The tub is also a cake element. The tentacles are actually a pumpkin. We have an edible vinyl shower curtain and some sugar balls and chocolate balls.
There are so many unique techniques here. I love, Reva, that you showed us something new today by cooking down the gelatin with the cornstarch to create these super bendy, flexy, rubbery shower curtains. Lincoln, I think you did a really good job incorporating the pumpkin tentacles into the cake display. I cannot tell that that's pumpkin. The thing about this cat is that it's very small, and without you explaining what is happening, I don't understand how it fits into the story.
The challenge was a monster in transition, but at an inopportune moment, and we're not getting that. You didn't make great use of your second character. That's where you get the tension.
So tell us your 2 ingredients you had to use and what'd you make.
Cheese and honey. So I made a very light and delicate cheesecake to go with honey mousse. I add apricot coulis to balance the sweetness.
This is a very delicious bite, and it was super fun. I think the apricot was a really lovely touch. It's very bright and happy, and a lovely counterpoint to the sweetness of the honey. But I'm missing the cheese. It's almost too subtle.
I absolutely love this tasting. The honey mousse is just loud and clear. I can definitely taste the honey. I think it's so smart that you did the cheesecake, so sorry to disagree. The texture of this cheesecake is so airy and fluffy. It's really, really clever.
Bone Battalion, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Scream of the Crop. Tell us about your monster.
So this is
Wow.
So what happened is our down on the luck clown opened a portal that turned his best friend riding his horse into a knucklevi. The horse is butternut squash pumpkin, and our rider is modeling chocolate with fondant. The clown is rice cereal treats and fondant. The sugar elements are the flames, the book, and the tasting element.
I think this is such a clever design. You guys did such a great job of melding all the mediums together. We have to talk about the knucklevi. Great texture, great carving, really great sort of melding of the two artists here into one piece. It's funny because when you started to paint it red, I was like, oh my gosh, wow, it just turned into a whole different thing. Unfortunately, because you didn't create shadow in there, some of that great texture that you carved in isn't really jumping out anymore.
Ew, first of all. You were able to incorporate your skills as pumpkin, as cake artist, and modeling chocolate, and you created this really uniform, cohesive body. The colors are just too bright.
You know what they do with rodeo clowns that retire, right? They host Halloween Wars. Sarah, why don't you tell us about the tasting element? What ingredients did you get?
So our ingredients were miso and maple. So for you today, we have a miso pear compote inside a maple mousse with a miso walnut crunch layer, and it's dipped in a white chocolate shell, decorated to look like rocks.
My favorite part is the actual walnut maple crunch that you have on the bottom. It's just a nice way to add texture to an otherwise pretty soft tasting. I can definitely taste the maple as well. Miso is tough. Miso is very subtle in flavor.
I agree. I think you were a little light with the miso. I love the pear in there. I think it adds a little bit of freshness.
Scream of the Crop, great job. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
There is some great work out here tonight that really impressed the judges. But one team pulled out all the stops in presentation and flavors to seamlessly transition from terrifying to downright delicious. The winner of this challenge is... Two Ghouls and a Butcher. Congratulations. Onions and chocolate.
A winning combination. Wow.
And now for the tough decision, the bottom two.
Scream of the Crop. The sculpting on the horse and the clown face are amazing. But you covered all that pumpkin in red paint, and we lost all the details that you worked so hard on.
Bone Battalion. We love seeing something fresh and new, like the shower curtain. And the work on the octopus face was delightful. But we don't feel any tension from the monster transitioning, and that was the challenge.
This was a tough decision for the judges to make. The team leaving us tonight is... Bone Battalion.
I'm not used to being the one out first, so it's humbling.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.
I can accept it, and I can come back and do better next time.
Congratulations, teams. Led by your all-star former champions, you made it past your first Monster Challenge.
Good job.
But your journey to the Halloween Wars title and $25,000 only gets more terrifying from here on out. When you think of the ultimate monster, few are more terrifying than the fiend who stalks his prey while they sleep. The killer with the metal claws from the legendary classic Nightmare on Elm Street. We're talking Freddy Krueger. Now, in celebration of the 40th anniversary of the supernatural slasher, we want you to imagine your own unique nightmare come to life. And to up the stakes in this round, each team must include some Hollywood magic by using at least one special effect that is integral to your story. If you think that's scary, just wait. Because for your tasting element, each of you have been randomly assigned different flavors that would keep any food artist up all night. 2 ghouls and a butcher, you get garlic.
Stay away from me.
Delectable demons, black licorice. Killer instincts, seaweed. Death by Deco, olives.
Why?
Scream of the crop, ketchup. Shriek Squad, fermented plums. Incorporate these nightmare ingredients into a sweet treat that would have Freddy Krueger himself giving his compliments to the chef. You've got just 7 hours. Go.
Freddy Krueger, I love that.
Man, what scares me?
Nightmare on Elm Street.
Nightmare has to spring from some sort of fear.
Like something like spiders.
Like, what do you drink? What kind of nightmares do you have?
Losing my teeth.
Worse than losing your teeth is having them pulled.
Oh, that's
Someone's
good.
pulling them out.
For our story, we decide that Anna has a living nightmare of the tooth fairy, the tooth collector. I could make a tool table that moves. Like it's all of his tools that he rotates through.
I always was freaked out as a child, thinking my toys came to life or under the bed type stuff.
Anything under the bed, like, you know?
Dragging you.
Yeah. So the idea is Emily is an artist and she absolutely loves drawing scary pictures before bed. But tonight, she finds herself being swept into the wings of terror.
Freddy Krueger.
You know how he's got his look?
Yeah, he's burned.
We could do frostbite.
I could probably do something where it looks like she's blowing ice out of her mouth. We're going to create Freddy's cousin, Frida Frostbite. Freddy died from fire. So Frida is going to be abandoned in the mountains where she froze to death.
Aliens?
Aliens could work.
When you have a dream, nothing really makes sense. So how do we make this weird, creepy?
The UFO is in the shape of a donut. We're going to have Carl, our character, who is a donut shop owner, abducted by aliens in his nightmare.
Oh, okay, what about special effects? What can we do for special effects?
Can we make a levitating donut?
I think it can be done.
Maybe not quite a spider, but more of a mutation of one or a spider creature.
More like alien
Spider creature.
Right? Where are they crawling around?
Well, in Texas, they're all over the farms, the barns, the sheds.
Shed.
We have
Every time I go to the shed to get something.
The story for our piece will be Farmer John, who follows a green slime path to the door. And when he opens it, he encounters his worst nightmare.
So maybe we can do someone's having a nightmare about the ocean or drowning.
And it comes to life and you're all of a sudden in that, right?
Yes.
That's what's scary about Freddy Krueger.
So the story of the design this week is the pumpkin carver falls asleep while he's carving a serpent. And then when he wakes up, this serpent is attacking him. And his nightmare is the water in the background. And it's just kind of melting. So you see 2 different worlds. Killers!
Let's go. You're gonna come with me.
The goals of this swing is converting the backboard as part of the piece. Right off the bat, I'm going to be using some of the backboard to look like wings of the raven. I'm sculpting some modeling chocolate and then brushing it with a black buttercream. Matt right now is making the crow's chest.
We have no room for mistakes on this, so we're gonna hit it hard.
Yeah, we feel like the underdogs.
Yeah, I feel a little bit like the underdogs. We want to change that today.
Because we hid some of the pumpkin last time. The goal I have as team captain is to really let Matt put out his first pumpkin structure character. Matt, that's looking badass, man.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm gonna make Frida's skull right now. First thing I start doing is I start building Frida. I'm using modeling chocolate because it's a little bit more forgiving. The way that I'm building her is gonna be gravity defying because she's actually in motion of reaching out. I'm really good at anatomy. I use my thumbs a lot of the times. What I do is I bring everything in to get the basic shape, and then I just fine detail it afterwards.
This is gonna look awesome, Kyle.
Yeah, it is.
I'm gonna start with these little butternut squashes, and I'm gonna make the hands out of them.
For this challenge, Bloodstain's gonna go a little bit smaller than she did on the last one. I think it'll help her get her into her groove again. She can bust out all the little details that show what an artist she actually is.
I've already got 2 hands here. It's been maybe 5 minutes, and I can throw more detail into it as I go.
Oh, yeah, that's beautiful.
Oh, that's lovely. Alan is going to make this massive pumpkin UFO.
I'm gonna use the entire pumpkin to create this insane nightmare UFO.
I need to get started on my spider immediately because it's gonna be a lot of work. I want the spider to have a nice smooth texture. It's a lot of hand sanding. It takes a lot of carving.
Do you wanna see the nest?
Yeah, it's looking great. I can't wait to see everything on it.
This is the head of a big sea serpent that's going to be coming out and getting this pumpkin carver guy.
Mike is going to carve a serpent purely out of pumpkin.
This is my favorite tool. It's super sharp and scary, so you can really get in there and make good curves and good slices.
So you just take some royal icing and take our fondant tile.
Gina's going to make the floor out of fondant, and the backdrop is going to be also out of fondant, but layered almost like a topographic effect.
Good.
Yeah.
We clear over there?
I am painting the little icebergs, so I'm gonna do dark around them first, and then white over top to really pop them out. I don't want them to say that everything melds together.
I gotta try to plug this vacuum in so I can get my fog machine going so I can get my ice breath out of Frida's mouth.
Ooh, there it goes. All right,
it works.
I got a little motor, and I'm hoping to make a jaw go up and down on this guy.
We need to have a special effects for this challenge, and we think about the opening and closing of the mouth with the isomalt jaw. The face for the serpent is coming together, but Mike also has to carve the body purely out of pumpkin.
He's literally cutting like rings of pumpkin and kind of wrapping them around a rod.
It's a great way to create that shape.
Once we hit this with the airbrush, it'll really turn into a completely different creature.
I think it's cool that this team is sort of doing this really meta kind of design.
Yeah.
Right.
There's a pumpkin carver. Could it be a pumpkin carver we know on that team? That's cute. I like it.
So we had discussed doing kind of an everyman pumpkin carver. Clearly, Gina went with more like a Clooney look. So that's fine. It was a choice, and I respect it.
5 minutes left. This is it. Come on.
All right, 5 minutes, guys.
Wow.
Oh, Jamie, what about all this webbing?
Yes. The webbing. Go, go, go. Yeah.
Currently, this is a webcaster.
So Jonathan is going to incorporate the tool that he made, and it's going to spin sugar webbing all around our piece.
You have 1 minute left.
We should also get the fingers in there.
Yeah, any touch-ups?
Okay.
I love it. Nice.
Love that.
These are little details.
Super gross. Okay.
It's just dripping.
Looks good, looks good.
Al,
Yo,
these are going down.
I'm not touching.
Cut, just cut it.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4,
Shove it in good, shove it in good.
3, 2, 1. Time's up. Delectable Demons, tell us about your nightmare.
Anna was always scared of the tooth fairy growing up. And as she's grown up, she's manifested her own nightmare, the tooth collector. The entire woman is sculpted pumpkin. Shannon was in charge of the entire tooth collector. I was in charge of all the sugar piece dental tools.
Eric, I want to talk about your pumpkin work. You have such a great technique and such a great hand with your pumpkin work. I look at it and I forget I'm looking at pumpkin. And Bria, I love all the sugar work that you created. The pointer tool looks so sharp. I feel like if I touched it, I would prick and get a bloody finger.
Let's focus on the tooth collector, Shannon. Unbelievable job here. The ding-dang peanut teeth. The fact that you left the roots of the teeth showing is probably the grimmest part of the whole thing for me. I think you could have pushed yourself just a little bit on the special effect. I mean, there is stiff competition in this room here, so I would have liked maybe a little more creativity with your special effect.
So what are we trying today?
Our ingredient was black licorice. It has a licorice brownie. And of course, to add to the sweetness, it's dipped in white chocolate to look like a tooth.
Ow. Got a cavity.
This is a really decadent, fudgy brownie. I get the chew of the licorice in there, but I'm afraid that because your chocolate is so beautiful, I think it's disguising the black licorice.
I agree with Artie. The licorice flavor is not front and center, but there is an aftertaste, which I really enjoyed.
Delectable Demons, thank you so much.
Thank you.
guys.
Thank you.
Our piece tells the tale of Carl, who is a local donut shop owner. He follows a trail of donuts. So Carl goes and gets himself abducted, and he becomes an all-you-can-eat donut buffet.
Oh my God.
Because, as you know, you are what you eat.
Oh my God. It's a PSA too.
Classic Carl, you know?
Let's talk about levitation. I have never, ever seen levitating donuts or cake of any kind ever. I don't know how you do it. He is so realistic. The limbs just like falling off.
I don't fully know what it looks like to splay open a belly and find donuts, but I imagine it looks just like that because you are so great at anatomy. With the pumpkin, I think that it's carved really well. I love your little alien sticking out of it. I don't think there's enough contrast in the way that you paint it. So I think that you need to bring your highs higher and your lows lower.
Tell us about your tasting element.
Our nightmare ingredient was garlic, so I went with a sweet chili mango eclaired donut, and then I filled it with a sweet chili mango whipped curd. It's topped with a mango glaze and diced mangoes.
That's a lot of garlic. I think one of the smartest things you did was adding that fresh diced mango on top, because that burst of sweetness and acidity and just juice kind of washes away some of that strong garlic flavor.
So much like your display, this donut is cheerful, it's happy, it's pretty, it's precious. And you bite into it and it is twisted and funky. You did your job.
Two ghouls and a butcher. We're gonna leave before we get sucked up into that spaceship.
Let's go.
Farmer John, he follows a green path of slime to the door, and when he opens it, he suddenly encounters his worst nightmare. We have several tools that were cast out of sugar. A pumpkin spider. Jamie sculpted the Farmer John out of modeling chocolate and fondant.
Oh.
Is it working?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
How did it look?
So disgusting.
Okay, that special effect was really interesting. It was gross. The three of you are so talented. Jonathan, there's so much sugar work. I particularly love all the tools and the interlocking chains. Jamie, the farmer is so clean. But here are the things that are not as successful. This is reading very muddled to me. The separation of your parts are not as crisp and not as clear or as precise. Some of the details are not as refined as what you've done in your last challenge.
There are some beautiful bits here. I love that risky move there, Jonathan, with the fan and the isomer. Jamie, beautiful details there in the face and the arm, and even sort of the seams of his overalls. Christina, I mean, spiders are gross enough, dude. But then you make it giant and you make it ooey gooey and slimy.
What are we tasting today?
So our flavor we were given was a fermented plum. So I made a baklava-inspired cheesecake with a fermented plum and date syrup filling coulis and a feuilletine and pistachio crust.
It works, dude. I really think that it was smart that you paired that fermented plum with date. It kind of just tempers some of the spiky sourness of the fermented plum. It's wonderful.
That fermented plum, that's actually part of my heritage. I grew up with fermented plum. The only thing that I would add to this is a little bit more salt to the plum, because I think what makes the fermented plum really sing is the balance of the sweet and the salty. It wavers back and forth, back and forth.
Thank you.
Shriek Squad, thank you so much.
Thank you.
I'd like to introduce you to Frida Frostbite. She's actually Freddy's long-lost cousin from way up north. Instead of dying in a fire, she actually got abandoned on a hike where she froze to death. Frida is made out of rice cereal treats, modeling chocolate, fondant. All the snowdrifts in the back are made out of pumpkin. Her fingers, her eyes, her heart, and the tasting element are all made out of sugar.
I'm not down with this family whatsoever. I don't want to see any more members of this family ever. Sarah Bloodstain, your pumpkin work is something that I've never seen before. You gave us this sense of like things sort of pushing through a surface.
For your special effect, even looking at your display, like I am so cold looking at it. I have the chills, so that was super effective. You went in with deep, deep shadowing. You went with highlights, lowlights, all the musculature and the movement, this dynamic body structure completely sings. All the details are bright and clear. I love the pulled sugar fingers. That is without explanation. Looking at that, I can tell she's related to Freddy Krueger.
What'd you make for us to taste today?
Our nightmare ingredient was ketchup.
Ooh.
So for you all today, we have a toasted honey and ketchup marshmallow with a sweet tomato jam and a yam chip with a little tomato powder.
What's really interesting about these textures is you have this kind of soft, gooey marshmallow, which does kind of feel like we're biting into flesh. And then the thin layer of tomato jam almost gives it like a slight jerky flavor because I do taste the savoriness of it.
I will tell you that I think that you tamed that ketchup so much in that marshmallow that I'm not necessarily getting it there, but I get the echo of it in that tomato jam, and I prefer it.
Scream of the crop? Thank you. We got to go warm up now.
Thank you.
Thanks so much.
Our pumpkin carver, who looks vaguely familiar, was carving a serpent into his pumpkin, and it came to life. Right here we have, of course, Mike, who carved all this out of pumpkin and put his sea serpent that was going to be articulated, but that pumpkin just bleeds liquid on the inside. The mechanism got wet, and it's not working.
Oh. Gina, great job. That pumpkin carver looks just like Mike.
Dead on. Exactly. I was waiting for you to do that.
That's so good.
It's so awesome.
Mike, I love the sort of serpentine shape of your serpent creature, and I thought it was very smart the way that you constructed it. So the special effect portion was part of the challenge, and I'm not really seeing anything.
What I like about what you've done here with the finish of your work is that everything in reality is quite clean. The floor's clean, the wallpaper's clean, and the pumpkin carver, who looks exactly like Mike, is clean. And then the dream part starts to get a little bit wacky, right? The colors are kind of crazy. The painting of the serpent as well. It doesn't look like anything that exists in reality.
What are we tasting today?
You're trying a brioche tart with a furikake on the top and pearl sugar and a vanilla diplomat cream, and then little gooseberries that I deglazed with sake.
I do wish that you used the seaweed somewhere else in the tasting because you've only added a sprinkle of it on top. It's not even that much. So I think the seaweed flavor is a bit lost on me. But that aside, this is really delicious.
I love the texture of your brioche and the cream that you put in the middle. But yeah, there's just not enough seaweed in it, love.
Killer instincts. Great job. Thank you.
Thank you.
Death by Deco. Let's talk about your nightmare.
Emily is an artist, and she loves ravens. They're creepy, they're spooky. But tonight, as she is about to finish her painting, she finds herself being swept into the wings of terror.
Matt, your pumpkin work is extraordinary. The emotion that you managed to garner through the way that you carve is really great. We asked you to show up, and show up you did, so well done. The other bright point for me is Emily. I think that there's terror on her face. I love that little detail, her sort of scratching on the floorboards. I really like the flapping of the wing. I do wish you'd had it on both sides. I think it feels a little odd.
This is a very terrifying scene here, especially this looming dark raven in the background. I think that is so well done.
So, what are we tasting today?
You are tasting a shortbread cookie topped with a sweetened mascarpone, a fig and Castelvetrano olive, and rosemary olive oil.
Wow, that is definitely savory sweet. The mascarpone tastes so cheesy. And I really like that. I also love the compote that you got out of the olive.
I love that you paired fig with olive, and I particularly love that you went with the Castelvetrano olive. It is my favorite. It is fruity, it is green, but I think something as simple as a little bit of flaky salt over the top would have really nailed this.
Death by Deco. Great job.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Congratulations, teams. You all gave us quite a fright. But one of you delivered a nightmare that was a Halloween Wars dream come true for our judges. The winner of this challenge is... I'm getting the chills just thinking about it. Scream of the Crop. Your Frida did Freddy Krueger proud. But for two of you, this is about to feel like a bad dream.
Shriek Squad, you took home the win in the first challenge, but this piece feels worlds away. While there are great moments for each of you, the piece as a whole feels messy and lacks control.
Killer instincts. I love how, Gina, you were able to perfectly capture Mike in Cake. Unfortunately, you were asked to add a special effect for some Hollywood magic to your nightmare, and it was a bust.
You are all amazing artists, but we have to send a team home tonight. Shriek Squad, that fermented plum tasting element saved you. I'm sorry, Killer Instincts. It's time to say goodbye.
Goodbye, guys.
Bye, guys.
Well done, well done.
Love you too, Gina.
Teams, so far you have dared to take on monsters of all kinds, and you have all lived to tell the tale. But sometimes the supernatural citizens of the world like to have a little fun. Kids get to dress up as scary monsters. Why shouldn't the scary monsters get to wear a costume in search of candy too? We want you to imagine not only what disguises your creatures would devise, but also the chaos that comes when they head out on All Hallows Eve. And we're upping the stakes for this battle and challenging you to go bigger than ever before. One character or element in your display must be at least 3 feet tall.
What? Okay.
Whoa. For your tasting element, what better way to celebrate trick-or-treating than to create a totally unique take on a classic Halloween candy? Shriek Squad, you get the chocolate toffee bar.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Delectable Demons, sour candy.
Awesome.
Death by Deco, chocolate and nougat candy.
Good one's gonna be a good one.
Scream of the Crop, chocolate-covered wafers. And Two Ghouls and a Butcher, chocolate-flavored taffy.
Oh. Okay. Okay.
Before you go, there's just a bit more horror we have in store. We're adding a new twist going forward. The Specialty Spotlight. One skill set, cake, sugar, or pumpkin, must create a specific element that is front and center in your team's overall design. Pumpkin carvers, you're up first. One of your trick-or-treaters must be made entirely of pumpkin.
I can do that.
You can do anything.
Your 7 hours starts now.
We gotta think of an idea that can really highlight you, Eric.
The character's gotta be 3 feet
Yeah,
high.
that's pretty big.
We're gonna have a lot of pumpkins.
So, what would you like to carve out of pumpkin to be like showcased and amazing?
What if it's 2 adult monsters going for a last hurrah, going trick-or-treating in the spooky neighborhood? We are gonna have a mummy dressed up as a princess and a zombie character dressed up as a pirate, and they go trick-or-treating to a witch's house, but their costumes are a little too good because they get confused as humans, and of course, we all know what witches do to humans.
Who would be fun to see trick-or-treating?
I mean, I love Frankenstein. You can't have Halloween without him.
What about like Medusa?
But the problem is, if everyone who looks at her in her costume, they turn to a rock. Our team's idea is having Frankenstein dress up like a cute bunny going trick-or-treating. But unfortunately, Medusa wants to join the fun, dressed as a princess. But in the wake of her treating, everyone's turning into stone, or as I like to say, petrified. How about Medusa's the pumpkin?
Woo, a lot of work. What if we do like a father and son trick-or-treating as a dragon?
The actual dragons are like going trick-or-treating as another type of dragon. We're going to have our father and son dragon duo dressed up in plain sight as a mythical dragon parading down the sidewalk, causing chaos during the trick-or-treat festival.
We could do a lizard. like a swamp lizard.
Really bulky like this.
And
Okay,
then you can use the shapes of the pumpkin.
You're gonna make it that big? This is a risk. We're doing a giant pumpkin monster that's dressed as a clown. And the little kid is really confused. That monster is cutting open his pillow sack full of candy and getting what he thinks is his.
Can we do like a pumpkin monster? What does he dress up as?
Can you do a pumpkin shaped like a scarecrow mask, but with a pumpkin underneath?
Yeah. What if the crow's like pulling him apart?
We come up with the idea of an actual jack-o'-lantern trick-or-treating. He decides to go as a scarecrow. And what's number one enemy of scarecrow is crows.
You got it.
All right, let's go.
Go team. Okay, let's do this. We have this time.
I need one that's really flat on one
I
side.
need a big one. Big, 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 big. Oh, this huge pumpkin's gonna be the body of my monster. Oh.
Eric is making our monster piece entirely out of pumpkin. He's not using any armatures, literally just a pole to make sure that it stands up straight, and that's it.
He is in beast mode.
Shannon's in charge of making the entire child out of rice cereal treat and modeling chocolate, and I immediately get started on that tasting element. And I'm definitely thinking of using all those citrus notes. We got sour candy. I'm stoked because I love gummy candy coated in citric acid and sugar. So I'm making a cocoa butter colored bonbon in white chocolate with a passion fruit reduction marshmallow. It's gonna look like the boils on the back of the lizard's back. Marshmallow time, guys. Look at that bloomed soft gelatin. All goes in. So this is a passion fruit reduction. It's what's gonna flavor the marshmallow. Oh yeah, that's what I wanted.
I'm making a princess dress, so I'm shaving this pumpkin down to be like a belle of a dress. This particular pumpkin character is going to be a really interesting juxtaposition because it's going to be a really pretty princess, but it also needs to be a dried out dead mummy underneath. Since this pumpkin is going to be a shiny satin dress, I'm going to make sure it's extra smooth. I use wet automotive sandpaper to get all of those smooth edges so that when we color it, it'll look shimmery and pretty.
Teams, you've got 6 hours left.
6 hours, 6 hours.
Huh?
I'm just looking at your like nearly finished crow guy. I'm like, look, it's a kind of a leg.
Bloodstain is nervous. She's never done this before.
All right, Mr. Torso. Here goes the neighborhood. Uh-oh.
She's got one solid piece wrapped around the entire torso. It will not move.
I'm just crushing.
Bloodstain puts so much pressure on the structure as a whole.
There you go.
Thank God it works.
This is the headpiece for the dragon.
For our display, we have a father and son dragon duo. Alan is making our dragon costume. This design was inspired by Alan and his son, who dressed up every year for Halloween.
Every other Halloween, we get to create a costume for him. It's special for me. I love Halloween. Stop.
Stop it, Alan.
Stop it. I'm trying to highlight my detail work, so hopefully that'll woo over the judges. And the fact that it's up in the air, that would be a benefit.
I usually can't carve like this much in modeling chocolate, but because it's ganache, it's kind of like clay to where I can take pieces off that I don't want and then smooth it out.
I'm a little worried about Two Girls and a Butcher.
Me too.
Shalane is not just doing one character, not two, 3 characters, and this is supposed to be a pumpkin spotlight.
I'm taking a sharp pumpkin carving tool here that's got a small, acute angle, and I'm drawing the circle, and then I'm removing material around it so it looks like it's embossed. I'm just thinking reptile. I'm thinking those big, ugly, gnarly, skin tag looking things.
Wow, Eric, that is already really big.
That's just kind of how I roll.
We just have to talk about
Let's
this
talk
pumpkin.
about it.
I mean, let's just talk about
This
it
teeny
right now.
tiny pumpkin over there.
When you cut into a pumpkin, you never know if it's going to be thin in flesh or if it's going to give you a lot of bulk. Not only did he pick a really large pumpkin, he picked a really good one. He's working so fast because it's not fighting him back.
I use the melon baller to pop out pieces of pumpkin and flip them around to make the boils. I wish every challenge was the pumpkin spotlight. I just love it.
Eric was in season 10 of Halloween Wars, and he was in the finale, but he didn't win. He's back to prove himself and show everyone that he knows exactly what he's doing when it comes to pumpkin.
Eric, that is so epic. I mean, I could put this out there right now and we'd still win. It's fine. We're good.
Any harder.
I'm just kidding. To get the shape of the costume, I'm building it up with white modeling chocolate. Modeling chocolate's so forgiving, and it's so much like clay that you're really able to sculpt the details in there. And then once I get it to a point that I feel like I'm happy with it, then I'm going to cover it with the green color and sculpt in all the fine details. Ready to start the face.
Shannon is very obsessed with doing realism, and I can already tell the story just by looking at her face.
5 minutes, you have 5 minutes left.
Hey,
Yeah, babe?
the light, forget about the light. I'm gonna do it.
I have a sugar lamp to produce, but I'm running out of time. Really?
Make a lantern out of a pumpkin.
That would be
it's all pumpkin. I'm
awesome.
gonna make it out of pumpkin.
Eric says he can pivot, he's already finished the creature, and he can carve out an easy light.
As it was with that reptile creature, there was more pumpkin on this display than any other team.
Yes.
But now he's adding more. He literally punched a hole in the pumpkin to hollow it out and then made that lamp.
This is it. 1 minute left.
1 minute. Okay, 1 minute. Keep going. Okay, go.
All the tasting elements is on?
Yep, all of them are on.
Why did you let me agree to this?
10, 9,
Don't
8,
trip, don't trip, don't
7,
trip. Don't hit the gate,
6,
don't hit the gate.
You gotta
5,
get that crown on too.
4,
Yeah.
Quick.
3,
Is that
2,
good? That looks good.
1. Time is up. Scream of the crop. Why don't we talk about this trick-or-treating monster right here?
This is A Murder Comes for Jack. So our main character right here is made out of pumpkin. The plague doctor is made out of rice cereal treats and modeling chocolate and fondant. Sugar are the crows that are flying.
Kyle, I'm so proud of you. It's been, what, 10 years since we've seen each other? Your artistry has grown, your sense of confidence in what you do has grown, and I really love seeing that. It makes me want to cry.
I think that you went for it. The face is my favorite part. You put so much emotion and texture and highlighting. I think that you could use some more texture in the rest of the body, and I think you would agree. I like your sugar birds. I just don't think they look like crows. I don't think that they look menacing enough. I think they look a little sweet, like somebody else I know.
Oh my God, you think they look like me? Oh my gosh, that's so nice, Artie. Thank you. What was your candy and what are we eating today?
So our candy was a chocolate-covered wafer cookie. We have a milk chocolate bourbon ganache with a pecan praline crunch and a brown butter pecan shell with a little orange tuile cookie on top.
Hats off to you making them look like moths. I think that's really cool. And an added way of like taking your tasting element and making it make sense in your design. So great job there. That ganache, I just want to bathe in it. It is so silky.
This is really yummy, and it definitely tastes like a really sweet Halloween candy. I'm not sure if I'm getting the chocolate-covered wafer candy reference.
Scream of the crop. Great job, thank you.
Thank you.
This is called Franklin's First Trick or Treat. Franklin over here is cereal treats, modeling chocolate. The gravel's actually a mix of different chocolates, believe it or not. The star of our piece, Medusa, the princess, is entirely made out of pumpkin.
Matt, you didn't choose an easy character. You went for Ding Dang Medusa. I really like her face. I think that there's a lot of emotion there. I do think that your snakes look a little friendly. And Becky, I adore your sugar cobblestones. I didn't realize that they were sugar.
I know today is the pumpkin challenge, but Al, you created a character just as large. And Matt, you really gave us a giant pumpkin here. I think that you could have put more detail in the shading of your pumpkin because right now it's so stark orange and green. The finish looks a little simplistic.
So what was your tasting element today?
Our candy was chocolate-covered nougat.
I made for you a chocolate bourbon nougat glazed in a gourmet chocolate.
Trick or treat. Okay, Becky, I can definitely taste the bourbon in here. It brings a much brighter, kind of slightly bitter, almost citrus note to it. But because you added the bourbon, the nougat is really soft and it's tasting a bit wet as opposed to that nice chewy texture that you would expect from a nougat.
I love the sort of caramel notes that the bourbon brings to it. I like the milk chocolate. I think you could have used a good sprinkle of salt over the top of it because it's sweet on sweet at the moment. And just a little bit of salt would have been great.
Death by Deco. Great job. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, you're never too old to go trick-or-treating, and what better house to visit than the Candy Mansion on Witchy Lane in Halloweenville. The Mummy Princess is completely out of pumpkin, and Jonathan has the isomalt windows, and Zeke the zombie is made out of cake items.
First of all, I want to talk about the environment. I feel like the zombie in the back really looks like it's just caught by the collar and he's trying to get out. I also just really love everything in the background, all the colors, all the finishes. Now, in the front, we have the pumpkin challenge. Christina, your sculpting is incredible. You're able to get these super clean edges, and that's what makes your work so recognizable and also so realistic. The one problem I have with this pumpkin is the paint job. The pumpkin has sucked up all the luster dust that you put on there.
I think the thing is that everything else on this design in terms of color is so bang on. And then you have this transparent wash on yours, and so it ends up looking messy and it ends up looking unfinished.
Yep.
That's a shame to me, especially today, when today was your day.
So, tell us what candy you got and what you made.
So we got chocolate-covered toffee. Typically with toffee, you think it's hard and crunchy, so I wanted to kind of change it up. I did a toffee almond tres leches. It's gonna have the tres leches base. It's made with amaretto, almonds, and it does have toffee in it as well. Served in a little edible chocolate cup.
You're so intelligent, it's scary. You gave us all the crunch and toasty flavor of toffee, but in this very sophisticated way with the addition of the tres leches cake. This is wonderful.
Thank you.
I didn't think this needed a tres leches cake, to be honest. When you're thinking of a toffee candy, you want it to crunch and crackle in the mouth, but then the crumbling of the nuts all around, you captured all of that.
Thank you.
Shriek Squad. Great work. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Delectable Demons. Tell us about this trick-or-treating monster.
There's no time to clown around on All Hallows Eve when candy is on the mind. And our monster just wants to get his claws on all the candy. But is stealing it the way to go about it?
I just wish there was a little more pumpkin. I mean, if he could just pump up the pumpkin.
Hey.
Where is it? I'm going on the record.
Okay.
The most pumpkin I've ever seen on a display in all the seasons of Halloween Wars. Yay! Seriously,
Good job, Eric.
Yeah.
Eric, one of my favorite parts here is the way that you kept these sort of membrane-y gills right here and got so much depth and like gore right there in the mouth. Shannon, I love that even though this was a pumpkin spotlight, you did not back down, sister. You gave us such a delightful character. I love how much emotion is just right there. And Bria, I love the multi-tones that you got in the leaves. It was really pretty and really gave it that autumnal feel.
What was your candy today, and what'd you make for us?
I got sour candy. So I have made for you a white chocolate shell, and it has a passion fruit marshmallow with a passion fruit reduction.
Bria, I'm still chewing, and that to me is sour candy all day.
Yep.
It is sour, it is chewy, it is so citrusy. I love it.
It's so smart because the passion fruit also comes back with that real kind of tartness, the sweetness.
This is the best thing you've made so far.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Delectable Demons, great job. Thank you very much.
You guys did a good job.
Our story is about Drago, who visits Earth from another dimension with his son. So our costume is entirely out of pumpkin. We have our cake witness to all the chaos. Drago's son is also made out of cake. Our tree is isomalt. All the candy is isomalt and chocolate.
Alan, Alan, Alan. This pumpkin work is really great. I think your shading work is exquisite, but so is your carving. You carved so beautifully deep and uniformly across all of those pumpkins. And one of my favorite parts here is in that third character. I did not think you needed it, but what this third character adds is that sense of like, what the heck is happening?
The little baby dragon in the back, if you just brought him forward a little bit, then I would be able to see the pole that he's using to hold up that dragon costume. And because he's so far back there, I don't see that pole, so I'm not quite understanding what's happening there.
So tell us what candy you got and what your tasting element is.
We got chocolate taffy, so I did a cherry-infused brownie taffy pop, and then I coated it in a isomalt candy so that it looks like a sucker, and it's got a touch of sour kick to it.
You really captured that chocolate taffy texture. It is so chewy. And the isomalt that you dipped it in gave us that really lovely crunch that I definitely did not expect.
It was such an eruption of flavor, chocolate, cherry, sour. Every single time I bit into it, there was a different evolution of that flavor going on.
2 ghouls and a butcher. Great work, thank you.
Thank you.
With the first spotlight shining brightly on the pumpkin carvers, we asked you to go big or gourd home. And you did, so congratulations. But one of you really smashed it. The winner of this challenge is... Delectable Demons. Congratulations. Now for the trick part of the night. 2 of you are up for elimination.
Death by Deco. You embraced the spotlight this week with your 3-foot-tall Medusa. Unfortunately, it wasn't fully successful. And Becky did some really nice work, although your treat was a bit sweet.
And Shriek Squad, you find yourselves in the bottom again this week. The sugar and cake work were really successful, as with that amazing tres leche cake. Christina, your pumpkin mummy was also looking good until you started to paint it. The piece left us feeling more trick than treat.
The team going home tonight is... Death by Deco. I'm sorry, but your time on Halloween Wars has come to an end. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you guys very much. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Good luck, everyone.
Thanks.
Good luck, guys.
Captains, you have handled the pressure and pushed your teams to the edge. You deserve some Halloween Wars love for surviving this far.
Yes, we do.
You know who else deserves love? Vampires. But when the undead put themselves out there, it can have disastrous results. For this battle, we want you to envision a nightmare scenario when a vampire date goes wrong. And we're upping the stakes, literally, because vampires, in this Final Four mashup. Each team must include at least 3 characters in your display. You heard me right. 3.
We have to make 3 characters. 7 hours is not enough time to complete this challenge.
Jeez, Jonathan.
I know.
Gosh.
To ignite the passions of your vampire, create an oozing component at the heart of your tasting element.
Okay.
Flavored with romantic ingredients, your judges will fall in love with. Scream of the crop, you get chocolate.
Sweet.
Shriek Squad, pomegranate.
Oh.
right, pomegranate. Yeah.
Delectable Demons, lemon. And 2 ghouls and a butcher, basil. Cake artist, it's your turn in the specialty spotlight.
Okay.
1 character must be made out of cake. So, while we're at it, we're gonna insist that the tasting is a layered cake with that oozing element. The judges are just itching to carve into one of these creatures. And of course, the baking assistants are here to give you a helping hand. You have just 7 hours. Go.
All right, so what do we think, ladies?
All right. What are we gonna do, guys? I definitely want to go on a date. I don't know about you.
We're talking about vampires, so...
The old gothic vampire, but they're using a modern day method to get to know each other.
Oh, like a dating app?
Like a dating
Yeah. Clarissa is seeking revenge. Her husband got turned into a bat on her wedding day by a vampire. So of course she creates an app to lure back the vampire.
I'll do the cake part with the filling inside her, like, abdomen area.
Right here?
Okay. Yep.
Hear me out.
Okay.
Season 11, I did a
your
ghost
season.
yoga vampire. Season 11, the judges loved that character, so I thought it would be a cute surprise for Shimon and Artie to bring him back for one more go. He was picking up a chick at goat yoga.
Oh, interesting.
And he got the digits, and now he's on his first date.
on his date.
Our goat yoga Dracula got the girl that he was winking at. And so their first date, she orders a garlic dish, and her garlic breath literally kills him.
The very first date with my husband was to a miniature golf course.
I like that idea.
Yeah, I mean, like our
It is
vampire.
a cake spotlight today, so let's space it around you and your love.
about that?
Pressure.
No pressure. So it's Gary the Ghoul's first date with Dracula's niece, Bianca. In an attempt to impress her, he dives into the putt-putt pond of piranhas to retrieve her ball.
Who does a vampire even take on a date?
Death.
Death.
A date with death.
That's awesome. Vampire Nosferatu is on a date with Lady Death in a graveyard. He brings along his cat Nibbles, who doesn't like being a feeding cat. So Nibbles eats some deadly nightshade. Nosferatu falls asleep on his date and wakes up to be burned alive by the sun.
We'll take the tasting element out of,
Yeah,
he's
I'll do it
reaching up
straight
like out of his ribs.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
Shriek Squad.
We
Come
got
on, let's do
this.
this.
Oh, yeah, I can. Okay. Go, go, go. I get a bake today.
There's his face right there. So we gotta sculpt him. Just drop him on like that.
Eric is making the vampire.
The cake is the spotlight now, and that's all Shannon. He's gonna be kind of the secondary figure, but he's gotta have an expression that's responding to her. Check it out.
We are building a gondola. Hopefully it won't take that long, because I got other stuff to do.
So I'm getting flour sifted. I have to get started on my cake. For our two main characters, I am making a lemon basil olive oil cake with strawberry curd. I am a cake decorator, but I've been spoiled that I do not have to bake at our bakery. I'm a bakery owner with my mom and my sister. Since it's a family business, we all have our very important roles, and I am the cake decorator. I haven't made a cake in years.
I'm sketching out our frog character.
Alan is making our third character, which is our frog who's guiding our boat. And he makes this out of butternut squash and carrot for arms and legs.
This carrot is gonna look eventually like a leg because I'm gonna cut it in half like this, and it's gonna have another appendage here, and it's gonna have feet. He's sexy.
I get to build stuff today. I'm so excited.
Jonathan will be building this incredible windmill putt-putt course for our backdrop.
I'm working on the windmill, and I'm adding some dimension to give my roof to pop out a little bit, rather than just being a flat roof. I feel like an architect. Jamie, look at my roof.
Aw, look at you. It's so
It's
cute.
coming out so pretty.
Yeah.
Jamie.
There it is. What? Can't say I ever thought I'd be building a coffin out of rice cereal treats, but hey, I am a pumpkin person. But I am helping Kyle out today because he has a lot of stuff to do.
Bloodstained is working on the coffin, and she's making the entire thing out of rice cereal treats. And I'm really happy that she's taking up this other load for me because I don't know if I'm gonna get to it.
Teams, you have 6 hours left. 6 hours.
Oh, they're perfect.
Jamie's cakes are already baked.
Already?
Yeah.
How is that possible?
I am scared. I don't know how much time this is gonna take away from me working on the piece. I hate you, Jonathan.
Hey, Eric.
Yeah.
What's that? Kind of looks like an armature.
Let's just keep bothering Eric. Hey, Eric.
Hey, Eric.
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 Slow down.
Eric.
Eric.
Trying to trip me up. This method's a little different. You're actually drilling holes and stacking pumpkin and then carving it once it's on the armature. It's a different technique. I like to use the shape of the pumpkin, but with this narrative, it doesn't really work with a big pumpkin. We gotta make him kind of a spindly vampire look. I'm not quite as confident with my speed with this process, but I'll still be faster than everyone else. That's all that matters.
Oh, I knew it. I was thinking, God, he's so humble. What a humble thing to say. And then boom, comes right in with it. All right, pouring colors to the stained glass window. I'm gonna take care of the backdrop. I'm casting real sugar into the windows so it looks like stained glass. All right, we have a couple different temperatures going on. Different temperatures will give us different overlaps of color. Different viscosities and temperatures will allow different manipulations to move so it looks like actually flowing stained glass. All right, good. All right, thank you, Eric.
That's beautiful.
All right, I'm getting ready to pour our sun now. So my plan for the sugar is I'm going to make a big sugar sun. That's gonna be the main disruptor of our date. I'm also making a sugar scythe for Lady Death. I'm making sugar nightshade plants that our little cat is going to get into. Some like open, some closed buds. And pretty much make like a star pattern with my petals. I'm almost done with these. I'm just putting the centers on. We'll leave airbrushing for the end if we have time.
I'm using her chocolate to create a cylinder that I'm gonna use to hold my fudge sauce in the middle of the cake. We have to make this cake ooze. So I come up with the idea to make a tempered chocolate tube that we can fill in with the fudge sauce and then place it into the cake so that when the judges cut into the cake, it will break the tube and then the chocolate ooze will actually come out. I unmold the acetate and it looks perfect. It looks like it's gonna work.
How's it look? Does it feel super fragile?
No, solid as a rock.
Okay, yeah, that feels good.
I'm pouring the fudge sauce in and it looks like it's holding up. I'm heating up a knife so I can level out the top.
Just go really gentle.
We have a split.
Okay, down the side?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I look over at my chocolate tubing and it's already oozing. So if all the fudge leaks out of this and the judges cut in, it's not gonna be there because the cake's gonna absorb it. If this cake doesn't ooze, I'm gonna let my team down.
I don't want this to be our crash and burn.
Yeah.
Okay.
We've got to get this cake to ooze. So Sarah comes up with the idea to fill little blocks with the same kind of chocolate and it won't be so much pressure on the structure as a whole.
We really are like a surgical team. I'm like handing him all his tools. Yeah, as long as we get a really good seal on this, we'll be okay. They look good, guys.
I make a base layer of cake and then I cut out a section for my blocks that hold the ooze. Yeah, these turned out way better, so I'm ecstatic.
5 minutes, this is it.
Okay, I guess I'm gonna put his plate down.
I'm coming. Getting it done.
Oh, he's amazing.
I know. Did I get all my stuff on the board?
Here we go. It's bat time, Mr. Batty Batty. All right, guys.
Okay, Bria's hanging the bat.
What's going on? Oh my gosh, it's giant.
There's so much excitement on Halloween Wars.
Do not wiggle at all, guys. Don't wiggle. You guys got this. We're almost there.
You got this, Bree. It's the coolest thing ever.
1 minute remains.
1 minute? Okay.
That looks amazing. Oh, the golf ball. Did that work?
Yep.
Drill a hole.
All right. Now just hold it.
Okay.
Let me attach the chain and we'll start working together.
Okay.
Okay?
Sounds good.
I'm gonna make it his eye sockets deeper.
Okay.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
We're almost there. We're almost there. We're almost at the finish line.
I gotta put this in.
Yep, do it, Eric. You got it. You got it. You got it.
10.
Do the
9,
final touches.
8, 7.
Perfect fit, Bria.
6,
Good job, dude.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up.
Oh my gosh, you guys!
Jesus. Oh my gosh.
Great job! Incredible.
Good job.
Scream of the crop, you're up.
So Nosferatu finally got a date with his lady love, Lady Death. Cake is going to be Nosferatu himself, and the coffin, Lady Death, she's modeling chocolate, but her face, her leg, and her hands are made out of daikon radish. The cat was made out of modeling chocolate and rice cereal treats. And sugar is the scythe, the deadly nightshade, the flames, the sun.
Well, Sarah A., I would like to talk to you first about your amazing sugar work. These nightshade flowers, even though they're so clean, the colors that you chose are so muted, and the palette just works so well with the environment. They're absolutely stunning. The spotlight tonight is on Cake, and Kyle, you gave us another amazing Cake character. I love the fact that he's reaching out to her like, please help. The look on his face, he's in just absolute desperation.
Kyle, I really do adore that paintwork that you did on the side there, because for a second I thought that that was just coming from the light being cast in the back, and it isn't. It's your paint job that really gives it that sunrise glow. For me, the only thing is that because Nosferatu's face is gray, he doesn't pop against Lady Death's cloak. So I wish you'd done his face white, actually, and then I think he would have stood out from his date just a little bit more.
So let's talk about your love ingredient and what cake you made.
I got chocolate. So I made a chocolate cake. I also did a mocha ganache with a little cream liqueur mixed into it and chocolate nibs, so that it gives a little bit of texture. I also did a Swiss meringue chocolate buttercream to go on top with a fudge sauce ooze that comes out.
Kyle, this is a great chocolate cake.
Thank you.
It is deep, it is rich, it is lush, it's decadent. I love the pairing with the coffee. That nice bitterness is really working beautifully. The only thing that's not working for me is I'm getting no oozing from this at all, unfortunately.
Kyle, I know that you're typically not a baker. I think you should be. This cake is delicious. I agree with Artie. The one thing we're missing, as you know, is the ooze.
Scream of the crop. Great job. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Delectable Demons, tell us about your vampire date gone wrong.
Well, Clarissa wanted a perfect wedding, but a vampire crashed it and turned her husband into a bat. Of course, the vampire is made of pumpkin. Shannon made the entire cake figure out of modeling chocolate, rice cereal, cake pop, and of course, the oozing cake element inside of her stomach. The backdrop is covered in fondant, and you have sugar accents of the husband bat with his chain.
Well, Shannon, I completely get revenge energy from her. Her face is so expressive. It's really great work.
Thank you.
For me, the whole display just looks a little empty. It looks a little stark.
Bria, these stained glass windows are perfection. The pumpkin is super dynamic. It's got a lot of movement. He actually looks like he's reacting, but she's not really giving.
Well, today's all about cake, so we're excited to hear about what love ingredient you got and what cake you made.
So our love ingredient was lemon. And so for you today, I have a vanilla bean white velvet cake with lemon zest, a lemon curd filling, and a vanilla bean American meringue buttercream, also containing lemon zest.
Shannon, this cake is so moist, and your curd is just perfect. I'm definitely getting the ooze factor here. It's delicious.
Thank you so much.
I don't want to be interrupted, really. This cake is so stinking good.
Delectable Demons, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Shriek Squad, tell us about your vampire date gone wrong.
Well, this is Gary the Ghoul's first date with Dracula's niece, Bianca. Our pond, the stones, all of the leaves, and the water sprays are all made out of sugar today. The ghoul and the piranhas are made out of pumpkin, and our Bianca is entirely made out of cake.
This was the Cake Spotlight Challenge, and Jamie, you give such good cake. I mean, geez and crow, girl. Her face, there's such concern and such humanity in that face that makes it so relatable. And I really, really love these piranhas, Christina. They're front and center. They're painted with vivid, deep, saturated colors. I love that each one is different.
I feel like you guys have hit your groove again. Your styles are melding so well together. And Jonathan, the fact that you added so much color to your sugar work, it just adds this really nice, natural sense of movement. I think the one thing is I just wish that you turned the head of this ghoul just a little bit cheating to us so that we can see the amazing sculpting work that you got on the face.
Yep.
So let's talk about what love ingredient you got and what cake we're gonna be eating today.
So the ingredient that we got was pomegranate. So I've created an orange cake with a caramelized pistachio white chocolate ganache.
Oh, right into her heart.
Oh, jeez. Gosh, honey.
And a pomegranate curd And also the cakes are soaked with a pomegranate triple sec simple syrup.
I think the color is beautiful. I wish it oozed more. I love the pairing with the pistachio, but that pistachio flavor is kind of taking over. But this is a very tasty cake.
Thank you.
The cake is definitely delicious. Is it hitting all the points that we asked for? Not really.
Shriek Squad, thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Two ghouls and a butcher. Let's talk about your vampire date gone wrong.
So our goat yoga vampire got the girl.
Yes!
Our couple are all cake. Our gondola is made out of a pumpkin. Our gondolier is made out of squash with carrot legs. And we have an isomalt canal, isomalt plate, as well as some other sugar things.
This is so clever, Shalane, for you to bring a character back. We were both so excited to see him. The many layers of color on the burnt side of his face, the teeth, the eye sort of squeezed shut. I just think that you did such an incredible job.
Alan, this is the best work I've seen from you yet. I love that you pivoted and you painted the inside with chocolate because you're like, I just don't have enough time to do that out of pumpkin. That's really, really great planning because then you're able to really support the rest of your teammates. Shalane, I know that you got emotional today. Well, I think you should be emotional because this is the best piece you guys have produced yet.
Oh my God.
And Emerly, the food that you created on the sugar plates, they're so believable. It's insane.
So tell us what love ingredient you got and what cake we're gonna be eating.
We got basil. So we made a lemon basil olive oil cake, a basil buttercream, and our oozing factor is a strawberry basil curd.
Shalane, I know that you don't feel like you're a baker, but this is a really good cake. The texture of this cake is absolutely beautiful. It's fluffy, it's moist, it gives a really nice bounce back. I think it's fantastic. The only thing I'm missing is I wish that the basil was a little stronger.
I'm not getting super strong basil notes, but I think that this is a really great pairing, and it did give us a pretty pleasing ooze.
Two ghouls and a butcher. Great job, thank you.
Thank you.
Love might suck for vampires, but the work you all accomplished today did anything but. There was one team that delivered the perfect chemistry of flavor and design in their vampire date gone wrong. The winner of this challenge is... Two ghouls and a butcher. Congratulations. You took the judges on a ride and they loved it. It's obvious that this is an all-star season and you have made the judges' job very tough. It's coming down to the smallest of details.
Scream of the crop. We love the emotion that you're able to show us with the faces of your vampire and Lady Death. But your choice of color on the vampire's face made it hard to distinguish him from Death.
Delectable demons. We loved the details you captured with your vengeful bride. But while we appreciated your individual work, there was no love connection between the pieces, leaving the display feeling a little stagnant and empty.
Both teams showed why they have survived this Halloween war so long. But today, one of you must go home. Delectable demons, I'm so sorry, but it's time to say goodbye.
It's an all-star season. It's very tight, it's very competitive. Couple little mistakes and you're going home, and that's where we are.
I'm so proud to have built the pieces that we built. I couldn't have asked for a better team. We're artists and we're here to express ourselves. And at the end of the day, we got to play with food, and that should be a win in itself.
Teams, congratulations. You are the final three. Because you've proven that you're the best of the best of the best, we're gonna throw you into a pit of peril unlike anything you've ever experienced.
Jeez.
It's gonna be fun for us. Yeah. Not so much you. When it comes to cult classics, there's no more beloved than the iconic 80s horror comedy rock musical, Little Shop of Horrors.
Yes.
This movie has it all. A love story, a psychotic dentist, and of course, a giant singing plant that eats people. And now, in celebration of Little Shop of Horrors, we want each of you to imagine your own unique nightmare scenario of what happens when Mother Nature bites back. And in honor of the massive, monstrous Audrey 2 from the film, we're gonna up the stakes for this challenge. Your main character must be at least 4 feet tall.
Holy cow.
Sugar artist, tonight, you're in the spotlight.
Yay.
Whatever way your wicked wildlife attacks its victims, it must be made out of sugar. For your tasting element, each of you have been randomly assigned a different part of the flower to incorporate into your treat.
Okay.
Scream of the crop, you get the petals of a rose. Two ghouls and a butcher, verbena leaves.
Shalane's like, what's that?
And Shriek Squad, the chicory root.
That's okay.
Don't worry, you'll each get a baking assistant to help you with your challenge. Teams, you have just 7 hours. You ready? Go.
All right, girls. Final 3.
All right.
All right, guys.
We made it to the semifinals.
Well done.
I love Little Shop of Horrors.
Yeah, it's
this
such
is
a good
exciting. What do you think, Sarah?
I don't know. I was kind of thinking for sugar, I want to do something like vines, something that we can like wrap around and really have it engulfing something.
Okay.
Like an oil baron kind of guy.
Yeah.
That dumps oil in the rainforest or jungle or
Yeah.
something. All the plants absorb it, come to life, and start attacking him. On our display, we're gonna have this 4-foot fat cat figure being attacked by all these plants and being stretched in uncomfortable positions. During judging, we're gonna turn on a black light and the entire piece is gonna light up with neon colors.
Why don't we do like the original human-eating plant, like an ancient civilization, like in an underground tomb or something?
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah.
Underground too.
Our display is based on the idea of what did the original human-eating monster look like. We have an explorer who has stumbled upon this tomb where a flesh-eating plant has taken over this ancient warrior. Can you do a 4-foot-tall chocolate and sugar sculpture?
Are you guys sure you don't want this to be pumpkin?
No,
Oh, yeah.
this
Spotlight's
is
on you.
Emerly's.
Spotlight's on you. All right.
Well, with the Little Shop of Horror themes, I think the first thing people's minds are going to go to is vine planty type stuff. So
Yeah.
I think maybe we should steer away from that.
Yeah.
They
I wanna do that.
mentioned Mother Nature like attacking.
Tornado.
Oh.
Mother Nature is sick and tired of pumpkin carvers ripping those pumpkins off the vine just to butcher them. And she's sending out her attack dog Tornado to collect the pumpkin carvers from the patch and get them out of there.
Can you make an entire tornado out of sugar?
A 4-foot-tall one.
Shriek Squad!
It's the finale.
Go. Wish these things had some texture.
Trying to get emotion just out of this guy's hand. Like, he's reaching out for something. He doesn't know what it is, though. All he wants is the pain to stop. So I gotta put a little bit of fear into his hand itself. I've gotta get started on this 4-foot character. So what I start doing is I start building out his limbs. This is the biggest structure I've made in this competition, so it's a little nerve-wracking.
I'm working on the pumpkin carver's head, and he's got to look pretty scared. He's about to get sucked into a tornado. He's going to be balding. He's going to be missing a tooth. And he's going to have this appearance like he wasn't expecting this to happen at all.
I'm actually super excited to do this big painted backdrop.
Jamie's going to be doing a beautiful painting on our background to bring color to our piece.
What's super cool about this alcohol reacting with the black colors that I'm working with is that it brings out a whole bunch of other colors that are within the black. So you get these like purples and greens and like almost like an oil slick effect.
So Jamie, I'm thinking of going with colors that are kind of matching your tones. I'm gonna go for those dark purples, some dark blues. I want to hit a touch of pink.
The sugar spotlight for this challenge. Jonathan is going to be focusing solely on using multiple different techniques to cover this tornado in sugar.
This is the largest sugar piece I've ever done. This sugar is just gonna be the base coat to my tornado. I know it looks terrible right now, but that's the whole point of it. It's basically to have the isomalt stick to isomalt. It's the best way to stick is sugar to sugar. But in order to do that, I really have to make sure the first layer is adhered very, very well, or else I can risk the sugar just all falling off.
Today is going to be messy at this station.
Going into this challenge, Emily is taking a big risk by making a huge 4-foot-tall structure made entirely out of chocolate.
And then I'm gonna add isomalt accents.
Emily has never made a display this big before, and she's never made an actual person. If she pulls this off, this will be super impressive for the judges.
I'm gonna start covering this face. I don't usually do face sculpting, not even in cake.
You're about to kill it. I see you.
You see me, I see you. Thank you. So once this cools down and hardens, I'm also gonna carve it down. Right now, I just wanna build it up so I have something to work with.
I am getting started on one of the plant growth that's gonna surround our warrior.
Alan is using this very fine, detailed carving tool to create different depths of lines into these pumpkins to really show the intricacies of these fungi.
Hey guys, I think I'm gonna start a new line of wearable art. What do you think?
That could catch
Summer,
on.
fall, winter.
That could catch on. So I am adding cake to my child explorer. It's a very small character. This is the first time in a long time that I've only had to work on one character. And so I'm making sure that he's my best work so far.
Teams, you have 6 hours left. 6 hours.
6 hours? Okay, that's not bad, not bad.
Oh, 6 hours, guys. Oh, boy. I'm gonna try to flip these out again now. Hopefully they come out.
Sarah pulls out her tasting element, and she's trying to demold them. She smashes almost an entire row of her bonbons when they're popping out.
I'm gonna need to temper chocolate, and that's gonna take an extra like 20 minutes to temper the chocolate. It's a little bit of a pain that I have to go through it again, but gotta make it happen. So I'm getting ready to stamp our molds with cocoa butter again as quickly as I can. I'm definitely feeling the stress, feeling the pressure. I'm trying to just get everything done, and I want it to look really nice. So I'm hoping I can just get these done as fast as possible and move on. There we go. These ones actually look better than the first round. Okay, guys, our bonbons are gonna go into the fridge.
Going to use chocolate on our little explorer's head because we want our sugar character to steal the show. So we're gonna go a little small on this one. Because this challenge is the sugar spotlight, as team captain, I know that I have to take a step back and give Emily the time to shine. Because I'm holding it in my hands, and my hands are very hot, I'm kind of deforming the skull a little bit, and it's melting on me. But I think I'm gonna put him in the fridge so he can harden back up, and so I can get back to it. Next, I get started on my character's modeling chocolate and fondant for his skin and his clothing. So far, the competition has been going great for us. We have won 2 challenges, which is the most out of any other team, so we're feeling very confident. Give this guy some arms and legs, and he will be done.
Right now, I'm coloring our pumpkin carver's head. I'm using airbrush coloring. I'm doing it by hand so I don't have to fuss with clogging airbrushes because this is gonna go a lot faster. It's gonna get me a nice deep saturation right off the bat.
I place my character's head in the freezer so that it can firm back up for a bit. And he is frozen solid, which in itself isn't a bad thing, but then he starts to sweat, and he keeps sweating. Just like with an ice drink, it's forming condensation on the surface. The condensation has made the surface of the modeling chocolate just a little tacky.
Shalane just pulled her character out of the freezer. You know, uncharacteristically had left it in too long.
Yeah.
So now she has to wait for the condensation to dry off before she can add any color to its face. So, you know, it's just these little mistakes that I don't ever see from these people. I think it's just the pressure is getting to them.
This is bad. I tried to grab a paper towel just to blot his skin, but that's leaving a sticky, textured surface on my modeling chocolate. So I took a little shortening, and I'm just taking my gloved hand and rubbing his face down. The shortening technique did work. It smoothed out his skin. It actually made him a little glossy. So I think that pulls off like a sweating kind of idea.
5 minutes left, everyone.
All right, guys, this is it.
Okay, more hair. Is that good?
Final touches.
Is that good?
I think maybe airbrush the roots. It looks too fresh. Just mute it a little bit. Yeah, that's much
Airbrush
better.
his nose just a tiny bit, please. With the brown. There, better.
Okay, tasting element, I'm starting to put on the lily pads.
Oh, he looks so lifelike, Jamie.
Woo woo!
It looks like he's really scared for his life.
Last seconds, girls.
Yeah. Here, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Anything that we need to fix up?
Yeah. No, I don't think so.
If you see any loose pieces of chocolate or ice melt on the board, get it.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up.
Wow.
He's so creepy.
This is so disturbing.
Man, he
Thank
looked creepy.
Nice job, sugar artist. We did it. We're done.
Scream of the crop. Tell us about when Mother Nature bites back.
This is Toxic Tycoon hangs out. Every year he comes out here, he dumps all his toxic waste. The plant life keeps absorbing it. This time, they actually grew sentient enough to enact their revenge. He's made out of rice cereal treats and cake. His face is made out of pumpkin, and then an explosion of sugar. We have sugar flowers, sugar vines, sugar leaves, sugar roses that have tongues and vampires.
It was Sugar Spotlight this week. Sugar Sarah, this is your moment. And you took it. Oh my gosh. There is so much ding-dang sugar on this display. And my favorite thing is that stinking flower with the teeth and the tongue. It is vicious, it is cheeky, it is menacing, but cute at the same time. It's like an orchestra of sugar holding up this bad guy. So well done.
You gave us so much personality in your sugar work. I really love those little pitcher plants that you have in the back. And I know that's not easy to do. I wish that you brought some to the foreground because they are so beautiful. Now, the main character is huge. So obviously we have to look at him and address every part of him. I love the fact that you created this pumpkin head, the fact that he's being choked. It makes sense that the head is red. I was really worried when it was just all white because he looked like he was in an insane asylum. But the shading really helps. Amazing job.
Thank you.
Thank you.
What element did you get and what are we trying today?
Our ingredient was rose. So we have these radioactive bonbons for you. It's a white chocolate shell with a raspberry rose jelly and a lychee cream.
I love the ideas of what you were going for. I think rose and berries go really beautifully together. And I like the introduction of lychee. I think for me, you needed a bit more rose water because the raspberry is taking over the whole thing. And I'm not really tasting the rose at all.
I just got the rose water. Just now.
I agree with Artie. Raspberry, as we know, is a very, very loud ingredient. But you also brought along her insanely loud cousin, lychee. So those two definitely stole the thunder from the rose. You chose two supporting flavors that were just too strong.
Okay.
Scream of the crop. Great work.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
You guys, I thought the rose was so strong.
Two ghouls and a butcher. Tell us how Mother Nature bites back.
So we were inspired by the movie and we made Ancient Audrey. A family goes on a vacation to an ancient civilization, and we have a explorer who was very inquisitive, sees a flicker of light through the walls, enters into this tomb of sorts, gets snatched up by this living organism, which is made of petrified wood and vines and flesh-eating bacteria.
Oh, wow.
And he becomes its next victim.
So, Emily, the spotlight's on you today, and you went for it, honey. You went for it. One of my favorite things that you did was that sugar skirt, and we saw it ripping, and I'm glad you kind of leaned into it because it does give it this old, ancient feeling. I love the sort of striations that you were able to get into that skirt. It has a lot of movement and texture, and it really works.
Well, Emily, you definitely gave us a really super tall character here. The piece as a whole feels quite a bit empty compared to what you've shown us in the past. And your color palette is very, very neutral, very beige, very brown, very yellow. A lot of your fungus work in the back, those are kind of missing. And I know when I saw it here on your kitchen, I saw so many lovely details, but they're really lost there now. This week, I feel like I'm not seeing all your talents gel together as well. Emily, I do want to applaud you for such a tall character. And Shalane, your character, as always, is absolutely amazing. And it's actually 360. I saw him from the back with the droopy hood. It looked so realistic.
Thank you.
What'd you make for us to taste today?
So it is a lemon verbena marshmallow inside of a white chocolate bonbon. I also have a slight layer of a whipped cheesecake ganache. And there's a touch of fouilletine for crunch.
Wow. In this little thing?
Yes.
Dango.
Yeah.
Well, Emily, I definitely like the crunch that I'm getting from the fouilletine. I like the texture of your marshmallow a lot as well. I'm not really getting the whipped cheesecake. Verbena is very subtle. It just has a super, very low-key lemon flavor and aroma to it. I don't know, I think I'm just missing a little bit more of that verbena sensation.
Yeah, I think you were really smart to not interrupt the flavor with a bunch of other things. But I think that verbena is just so subtle that it either needed a stronger steep or just more of it in there to show up, because I'm not really getting it very much.
2 ghouls and a butcher. Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
That was a rough one.
Bring it in anyway.
Okay.
Shriek Squad, let's talk about how your Mother Nature bites back.
Well, Harold here has been a pumpkin carver for over 25 years. But when he goes to the patch to pick his pumpkin this year, he discovers that Mother Nature is tired of her big orange beauties being stolen off the vine just to be butchered. We have an isomalt and modeling chocolate tornado. We have a 50-50 blend of fondant and modeling chocolate that Jamie sculpted Harold's body out of.
All of the pumpkin vines are made out of sugar.
We also have a pumpkin barn and a pumpkin head for Harold.
Jonathan, that is just a monstrous beast you took on there. I was super worried, and I think you pivoted perfectly. I feel like as a whole, you guys have brought back that magic that we experienced in that very first challenge, where all of your colors, all of your medium, the storytelling, all of that worked cohesively and blended so well. Speaking of blending, Jamie of the 50-50 fondant and modeling chocolate just works so well here. This might be your smoothest. The clothing just has movement. Really, really great storytelling.
Jonathan, you swung for the fences today. This was definitely, I think, the most ambitious design by any of the sugar artists tonight, and I commend you for that. Was it as successful as you intended? Probably not. No. But you get the sense that it's the tornado, the eyes and the angry eyebrows are such a great touch. And it really gives us that sense of Mother Nature as a character biting back. So good job there. Christina, that barn is darling. I love it.
So what was your ingredient and what are we trying today?
Our ingredient was chicory. I made a hazelnut pumpkin spice macaron, and Jonathan made 2 amazing fillings of a chicory dark chocolate ganache and a chicory pumpkin pie filling.
The flavor that I get loud and clear is the bitterness of the chicory. Yeah. And it plays so well with sort of that velvety, comforting flavor of the pumpkin. The chocolate is just held in balance enough so it doesn't take over the whole thing. It's a really intelligent bite.
You guys always come up with really creative tastings, but this one's genius. The addition of the pumpkin to really match the scene here is so smart. And I also feel like I'm tasting the storm of a story. Yeah. So amazing job.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Shriek Squad, great job. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh my God,
You get a
compliment. You get a compliment.
There were some real moments of brilliance tonight, but one team in this battle delivered the mother load to give us nature that bites back in the best way. The first team headed to the finale is Scream of the Crop. Congratulations. That means Shriek Squad and 2 Ghouls and a Butcher, we're gonna have to say goodbye to one of you tonight.
Shriek Squad. This piece is a reminder of the cohesiveness and teamwork we saw in the first challenge. Each of you really went for it, and there were some great moments, and we are definitely in pumpkin spice season with that delicious macaron. But tonight was all about sugar. And while you really went for it, Jonathan, the execution wasn't totally successful.
And 2 Ghouls and a Butcher. We have seen some amazing teamwork from you. And Shalane, as captain, you delivered a perfectly executed character out of cake. But with the spotlight on sugar this week, The ancient warrior was less successful, and your overall piece was missing contrast.
You both proved that you have the skills to make it to the finals. But at the end of the day, only one more team can move on. Shriek Squad, your twist on chicory was enough to stay. I'm sorry, Two Ghouls and a Butcher, but it's time to go home.
Even though we're going home, I feel so proud of the pieces we've created alongside my teammates. We had an incredible bond, and I love them so much.
The final feast of monsters is upon us. Shriek Squad and Scream of the Crop. Welcome to the finale of Halloween Wars. You're all about to cross the threshold into your most horrifying challenge yet. Yes. We want you to envision what might happen if you were forced to check in to the spookiest haunted hotel in the land.
Okay.
The kind of creepy place where you may check in, but you might not check out. And because this is your last chance to shock the judges into a sweet stupor, you're all in the specialty spotlight tonight.
Oh boy.
Okay. Pumpkin carvers must complete a character entirely made of pumpkin.
Oh, wow.
Sugar artists must create an entire decorative element of your hotel out of sugar.
Oh.
And cake artists must build a key component of the story out of cake. Your tasting element will honor the ghosts lurking in the halls of your hotels with spirit-inspired flavors. Shriek Squad, you get bourbon.
Yes.
Scream of the Crop, port.
Sweet.
And of course, this is the finale, so your baking assistants are back to help you with your horrors.
Yay.
Your final 7 hours starts now.
All right, let's go, girls. We got finale.
Let's go.
All right.
We gotta go big. Haunted hotel.
What are we thinking?
Well, what rooms like really exude hotel? I'm kind of thinking like the check-in desk.
Oh, the front desk.
Straight to the lobby.
Yeah.
Who will our hotelier be? If we have a main character that's like a witch, could she be doing?
How about a seance?
Exactly, that's what I was thinking.
It's gonna be All Hallows Eve. The hotelier will be in a seance where she is lowering the veil between the spirit world and spirit hands that will be coming out of the walls of our piece, reaching towards the guests.
Every detail
All the
make
details.
this look like a
painting.
hotel.
Hotel,
Painting
super
has to be on
clean.
Detail,
par.
detail, detail.
We need something going on, something that you walk into and you're
Yeah.
witnessing.
What if we did elevator?
Oh, that
going
would be great.
But it's not just an elevator, it's a portal that's alive. We have a trick-or-treater that wants to go to a Halloween party in a haunted hotel, only to find out that the ghoulies, which are the bellhops, are taking him to be a part of the hotel's entourage forever.
I can do big sugar doors with the
and you're
teeth
gonna do the chandelier
interlocking.
too?
Yeah, this is the finale. I'm up for it. Let's do
Good
it.
point. This is everything. We're going against tough competition, and we don't know what's gonna happen.
I'm currently covering our backboard as fast as humanly possible.
It's gonna be really important for the judges to be able to look at our piece and for it to read as hotel.
The backboard on our piece is gonna look like a damask wallpaper, which is kind of like a fancy frilly pattern, really commonly seen in old-fashioned hotels. But in between that, to add that spooky hotel edge, we're stamping skulls in between every bit of the pattern, and then we'll dust it with just like a little bit of dark blue, and it'll all like pop out. It'll be great.
I'm trying to move as fast as possible. We're on finale time. It's not playtime and it's not vacation time, it's finale time.
It looks great, so I'm happy with that. I'm gonna get these done and out of the way so then I can focus on all this sugar. I have the whipped mascarpone on the bottom. I'm doing a little bit of our almond streusel crunch, and then I'm gonna fill up the rest of it with that port cherry compote. So I'm trying to go for a bloody brains look here.
Teams!
Oh.
Oh, hey!
The spirits of Halloween Wars past have let us know they think we're going too easy on you. So we decided to order some spooky room service to twist the knife.
No, stop.
We are already strapped for time. We, quite frankly, don't have time for any twists.
On this cart, you will find 2 desserts. Send 1 rep from your team up here to grab 1 dessert that you must use to inspire you to create a totally unique second tasting element to be incorporated into your display.
Oh my God.
Why?
Better get moving.
Go, 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 go! Go, 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 go! Ah!
Slippery floor.
Okay, what did we get?
We got looks like a
Brownies.
chocolate brownie.
Okay, what?
Apple cobbler.
A la mode, bourbon and apples pie go amazing together.
Yeah.
We could do a bourbon apple upside down cake.
Okay.
For our twist, Jonathan is going to be making a bourbon apple upside down cake with sour cream chantilly.
I'm gonna cut my apples. Gonna cook some butter, brown sugar, and bourbon. Put my apples in the brown sugar butter mixture. Then we'll make our cake batter to go over it. You liked my dessert from all the episodes so much, you wanted me to make 2. Okay, no problem. You would think I almost know what I'm doing.
Brownie a la mode has ice cream, which is creamy. So we should have some sort of element that's sort of light and creamy, you know?
This is not cool. Like, we're already have so much on our plates, and another tasting element is gonna put any of us behind, like what we already are.
Are you okay to help me with Kyle with it? 'Cause-
Yeah, I don't have a choice, so
Yeah.
I got you. We don't want to make just a standard brownie. We have to elevate it a little bit. So Sarah comes up with strawberry brownies and a chantilly cream with a strawberry sauce. I feel pretty confident that I could bust these out pretty quick and then get back to everything else I need to do, which is everything.
I'm gonna get this hat up there because that's what makes her a witch, and then I'm gonna start on her arm that's gonna be reaching out towards the hosts and judges.
I am pouring my arch for my big showpiece of sugar. This piece has a ton of sugar work. I am pulling and casting and every form of everything to get this done. It's a very big piece.
Jonathan has to create some type of decor item for our hotel out of sugar. So he's going to be making a gorgeous archway to go over our lobby because elements like that really sell the piece as a hotel.
It's very big. It's gonna be a lot of work. We have to assemble it. It's gonna be very heavy.
And then he will be creating all of these beautiful designs to attach to the arch.
Yes.
Absolutely. Gonna start covering.
Yep, just start covering it. It's gonna look great.
Now that's a sugar piece. Boom.
Teams, you got 5 hours on the clock.
I think I'm gonna use this chunk inside out so I can really get that feeling that he's dragging on the floor.
Bloodstain is going to be making 2 characters that are going to be bellhop ghoulies.
We're gonna make these ghouls look like they're defying gravity. And for this technique with pumpkin, you really have to create a hole, like a channel in a big chunk of pumpkin, slide it onto the pipe, and then sculpt it there before you can add the next piece.
I am so proud of this team like Bloodstain. I've watched her be a face carver turn into a structure character carver, and her growth just tremendous.
Kyle, you wanted me to paint this before he goes on the board, right?
Yes.
All right.
So the whole front of the check-in desk, there's going to be a lot of cake stacked, but I can't do a full 20 inches of cake or else it's not gonna be stable. So I'm gonna stack the first 7 inches or so with rice cereal treats, just to make it solid. And I just gotta keep going, 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 going. I'm making sure to put buttercream on the back before I place any pieces to make sure that it all sticks up against the wall, because it would be a disaster if this all decided to fall off.
Oh, Kyle, that's looking good. So I'm pouring the sugar for our haunted elevator door here.
Sarah is going to be working on the elevator doors that are made out of sugar with teeth coming in that's ready to swallow anyone up.
I'm working on the many, many teeth that are going on this evil haunted elevator door. I want them to look really scary and menacing. So I'm trying to make them like sort of curved and pointed. I'm trying to space them out so that the other side can have their teeth kind of interlocking with it.
We know how to bring scary, and Sarah's picking that up, which is awesome.
I feel like this has been such a journey for me as a sugar artist on this show. It's crazy, but I have seen how much my my confidence has grown and shown in my work, and I'm just so proud of myself already, no matter what happens today. We really have to make sure that the dimensions line up just perfectly, or else I could risk breaking all the teeth that I made.
Oh,
now I get it.
It's the teeth on the elevator door.
That is gruesome.
Oh my gosh, it looks so scary.
Sweet, sweet sugar Sarah.
I know.
Has come a long way. She's really finding the darkness within her.
Wow. I did not see that coming out of Sarah A.
Good job.
I know we still have to drill into the board, but I had to get those on before we put anything else down on the board, so I think that was our only option. But I feel good about it.
We're looking at 3 hours till you check out.
Oh my God.
The cake is settling, so I'm filling in underneath the lip with some buttercream in hopes that the cake like sticks to the buttercream and it doesn't want to pull down so much anymore.
That vertical supporting part of the podium, which was entirely made out of cake, was settling. And because it was settling, the buttercream was lifting off and the whole thing started buckling. The problem is because Jamie didn't put supporting dowels inside the cake, so that top desk level was just too much weight.
The more she tries to stick it on, the worse it gets.
I'm just watching this thing like, it will not stay.
What portion
It is going to fall down by the end of this day.
This is very quickly turning into a nightmare.
Oh, no.
Ooh, no.
It's okay, just take it out.
This has to be a hard pivot because we do not have the time to rebuild any of this.
Okay, I have a plan.
By squishing
What's the plan?
fondant against it.
I'm not gonna fill it completely with Rice Krispie.
That's fine.
I'm just
Just
gonna,
taper it?
It's gonna be like stair stepping.
Gotcha. We are currently taking some of the cake from the top. We're creating a ledge. This may not have been the way we wanted to come to this conclusion, but here we are. We're gonna make the most of it.
So she pivoted, she ripped that entire cake out because it was pushing out. She's then created these like bottom double steps to kind of make up for that bowing effect.
Oh, that's cool.
And I like the way that looks.
Yeah, it has more of a presence.
Yeah,
Doesn't it, that
it looks more
podium?
finished.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it looks like a hotel front desk as opposed to a podium a professor might have.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Oh, it's really pretty.
It's amazing.
This is the professional that Jamie is.
Yeah.
I'm sure she's frustrated, but she keeps calm and then quickly comes up with a backup plan, which is really great.
10 minutes. 10 minutes left.
Can you avoid that before it gets bad?
Okay.
I'm sorry, it was an accident.
At this point, we're not even sure if we're gonna be able to get anything done. And if we do get it done, will it be done well? We don't know.
Christina, I need you to stand in the middle.
Okay.
Christina's literally standing on the display and Jamie is painting around her feet.
Around her feet.
What in the world?
Even though I've had to paint pumpkin characters this quickly before, this is not exactly the place where you would want to be during a finale.
You just don't stop, just keep moving.
Whenever we're ready for candles, candles are ready to go, bottles ready to go, we gotta start putting stuff on.
Let's do it.
You have 3 minutes.
Crunch it up, fine details. Remember, fine details. Okay, so what we're doing right now is we're adding texture everywhere so that everything is uniform, that everything can be seen through. It's all one piece, it's all cohesive. The judges have been very, very critical about making sure that our highlights are high and our low lights are low. The last couple minutes left, Bloodsink starts putting on this white color on top of the ghouls just so it brings up all those shadows and everything starts popping. Yes,
They look so
perfect.
cool.
They're perfect. They're exactly the way that we wanted them.
1 minute left.
1 minute.
1 minute.
1 minute.
Let's go.
You guys are real ones. No matter what happens, I just want you to know that.
We can't get sappy now. We're not done.
I'm getting
Keep going.
sappy.
No
I'm
sappy.
getting sappy now. I freaking love you guys.
So what I'm doing is I'm putting glucose on the bottom of the tongue so it looks like it's wet and he's salivating over his new meal.
This is it. 10, 9.
We gotta go.
8.
Oh my God.
7, 6, 5.
Oh my God.
4.
Okay, guys.
3.
This is it.
2, 1. Time is up.
Great job.
We did it. Come here.
Don't touch me. You're so covered in dough.
Judges, you ready to check into this haunted hotel?
I think so.
not sure.
Let's do it. Shriek Squad, let's talk about what you made.
Welcome, guests, to Hotel Hexahos. It's All Hallows Eve, and Ingrid, the hotelier, was in the middle of casting a spell, but you've interrupted her, and she's not happy about it. We have a hotel lobby check-in counter made out of rice cereal treat and cake. We have a spell book made out of cake. We have spooky old-fashioned ghost arms made out of cake and modeling chocolate. The floor is also made out of modeling chocolate. We have a sugar archway. We have several sugar candles, and the witch Ingrid is entirely made out of pumpkin.
Let me start with the witch. I love her face. I think you got so much beautiful texture in there, particularly the teeny tiny lines right above her lip. It shows so much tension and anger and annoyance. There's so much sugar here, Jonathan. That archway is gorgeous. It is sort of the thing that's sort of holding it all together. And Jamie, the tufted sort of podium there has so much texture.
It has this kind of old-time, almost 1920s feel about it. Jonathan, this is the most sugar work that you've created. Just beautiful stuff you have on here. Jamie, I was watching you work on this desk. I saw the buckling of the buttercream. I saw the fact that the cake was just sinking and settling down. You created that extra lip on the bottom. Now there are candles on there. It just really pays off. And even though you created exaggerated, gnarly, ghost-like hands, I do wish that you had placed in more discernible knuckles or joints so that it would look more scary. I can feel that you're kind of pressed for time there.
What ingredient did you get for your tasting element, and what did you make for us?
We got bourbon. I've created a chocolate almond biscuit, a peanut butter mousse. Jamie created an amazing bourbon salted caramel. It looks like a candle with a phyllo flame.
And we threw in that evil twist. What'd you grab from the cart and what'd you make?
We grabbed the apple pie a la mode, and so I made an upside-down apple bourbon cake with a sour cream chantilly and smoked Maldon salt.
That bourbon salted caramel is extraordinary. You need to put that in a bottle. It is salty, it is caramelly, and then at the last minute, you get this little tickle from the bourbon. Here with the apple pie a la mode, the sour cream chantilly is so smart. It adds a little tang and acidity to the apples, which is sweet. The cake's a little dry for me.
The cake is definitely a little bit on the dry side. It's crumbling apart before I can even get it in my mouth. There's something that's magical about the peanut butter and the bourbon together. I don't quite expect that to come together as a combination. And that kind of down-homeness of peanut butter is so lovely when paired with the sophistication of the bourbon. So that is really well done.
Shriek Squad, great job. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
You guys, well done.
We killed it. We're done.
Scream of the Crop, tell us what you made.
Our unlucky trick-or-treater heard about a party at an abandoned hotel, not realizing when he checked in, he would not be checking out.
Dun, dun, dun.
Our trick-or-treater is made out of rice cereal treats, modeling chocolate fondant. Our bellhop ghoulies are made entirely out of pumpkin and butternut squash. Our suitcase is made out of cake. Sugar is the chandelier, the light fixtures, and then the elevator doors.
Wow.
I just have to talk to you, Sugar Sarah. I love all the light fixtures, the wall sconces, and the translucency of your sugar work. And Kyle, the fact that this whole character and the tongue is coming out of that elevator, it's so gross, and it's really giving us this haunted hotel feel. The only thing is I feel like this front character shouldn't have been dressed in a Halloween costume because it would have been a lot more gruesome for us to see an actual human being being dragged into this haunted hotel.
If there's one piece on this display that deserves a ding-dang, it's that ding-dang chandelier, Sarah. Holy cow, honey. And it's just such a great centerpiece for the whole display because everything leads up to there. Sarah Bloodstain, you got so much detail in the hands of your bellhops. I will say, I do wish that you'd had a stronger color distinction between the jackets and the color of their skin because it's all reading as one color.
What was your ingredient, and what are we trying today?
So our ingredient was port. So for you today, we have our dark chocolate skulls with a little mascarpone cream and an almond streusel with a cherry port compote.
Ooh. Wow.
And of course, we were so mean, and we threw in that twist. So what'd you grab off the cart, and what'd you make?
bloodstain raced for the brownies a la mode for us. So we made a dark chocolate brownie with strawberry chunks folded in with a little strawberry sauce and a strawberry chantilly cream.
Wow, these are very different, but they work together as a singular bite. Your main port tasting element, I feel like there was just a little too much chocolate. I had to bite through a lot of chocolate to get to the mascarpone because that's my favorite part. But the port is front and center. This brownie, you handled it so well. The crust is so perfect because you have that lovely chew on the inside and then a super firm crust around the edge, nice and crispy.
I think it was so smart of you to marry cherries with port. They should go together.
Yeah.
They have that same sort of bursting, jammy quality. The brownie for me is a little less successful. I agree, I think the texture is great. I am getting an aftertaste that's a little unnatural, and I don't know if it just got in contact with something that was a little weird, but I think that you nailed brownies a la mode, for sure.
Scream of the crop, great job, thank you.
Thank you so much.
We did it.
It has been a monster of a season, but there can be only one winner and only one Hall of Fame champion captain. Our judges were impressed with both teams, but they have made their decision with no reservations. The winner of Halloween Wars and $25,000 is... Congratulations, Scream of the Crop.